And now we're live.
Yeah, we're so live right
What's
now.
going on, everyone? Episode 32. Welcome to Menace and The Man. That's our hard cam right there.
Got it.
Yeah.
Stan the Man, Dennis the Menace Bermudez. We're back, episode 32, joined by wrestling guru. I would say life coach. He doesn't want us to say life coach.
Great life coach. He
Great
helps me
life
with a lot.
coach.
Hang on. So,
I didn't introduce him yet. Kyle Cerminara.
fuck you.
All-American from Buffalo University. Are you still the all-time pins leader? Or winningest? Weren't you the winningest wrestler?
Yeah.
Yeah, he still might be that.
Yeah.
Where's John Stutzman in there?
I think that's not a huge
Accomplishment? Oh, my goodness.
In the land of the blind, the man with one eye is king.
Well, All-American from Buffalo University.
That's pretty good.
I don't know what that means.
Sorry. That was really funny to me.
Refresh it and then check it
No,
out.
it's fine.
That's true, though.
But like I said, Kyle Cerminara, wrestling coach. You coach a lot of people now. We went over this last time. You really don't coach Gregor or Caitlin. Who would you say you coach?
I mean, I suppose
Wrestlers.
I do. I mean, tons of like high school and youth wrestlers.
You just
But, you
came
know,
from
I-
wrestling with somebody?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Where, at Lima?
Yeah, Long Island MMA.
Where you were also the head wrestling coach, right?
Yeah.
Doing big things over there.
Who's the young
Yeah.
lad that you were working with? But he's not young, but fucking
No, he actually
big,
just signed
strong.
with University of Buffalo. Greg Hodgelick.
Okay.
He's a good wrestler. 197 pounder. He'll be there at Buffalo next year.
So he's going to visit my coach, John Stutzman.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love Stutz.
He'll do pretty good.
Did you listen to our episode with
No,
Stutzman?
I want to. I need
Oh.
to. I should.
It's one of the best ones.
It actually might want to be one of our best episodes.
He's a high energy dude. It's
Well,
good for that.
well, the thing is, so we got him on the show. He almost starts like stroke-a-doking me. Where I'm like, big dog. Like, we want the show to be funny. Like, tell the people, like, be honest.
I need you to make fun of me, tell people when I was
Yeah.
dough-dicking around.
And then he was like,
He had
like-
stories loaded.
yeah. I loaded that
That's
gun.
funny. Yeah, I'll listen to it.
Like, I've been waiting for this moment since you got out of college, Menace.
Yeah, you-
Waiting for someone to
You
call me.
piece of shit.
Who, me?
No.
Oh,
No,
Stutz.
Stutz. Like, couldn't wait to fucking.
Couldn't wait to bury you with some stories.
Yeah, he's doing a good job there.
He's
They had
doing
a good
good.
year.
He's doing
Great
good.
job. He had a lot of, what do you have, like 5 or 6
4 or
qualifiers
5,
this year?
I think they took second to Missouri. They did pretty good.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Stutz. Hopefully one day we can get him in studio. But
So, Serm, you recently bought a house on Long Island. How long ago was that? Is that 2 years now?
No, August.
A year.
Yeah.
Not even a year.
Yeah, about it. Yeah.
About it coming up on
Yeah,
a
yeah.
year.
10 months.
Hang on, Stan. It's right
on the water.
on the water.
I saw
in a
you
little
jumping in the boat
canal.
today.
Yeah. So I spoke to Kyle yesterday. Hey man, I take my boat out every day. Do you want to come? I'm like, duh. You know. So I Google his house. He's like, it said 2.4, but it turned out being like 3 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So I ran it like a man. And fucking, well, we went to Gilgo's
Yeah,
Beach.
6 times. Yeah, it's 7-minute ride to Gilgo.
Oh,
Then you chill on.
do you want to tell the story about the main event of our day at the beach?
Well, even let me ask, is this new for you, Serm? Like a boat? Or were you a boater growing up?
No, I love water. I love boats. I love the beach. Like it's the only thing that I really like to do, other than like jujitsu, wrestling. If I'm not doing jujitsu or wrestling, I'm at the beach or on a boat. So so I bought a boat in January, and the first time I ever drove it was when I drove it home from where I bought it.
Really? No
Yeah,
license.
you don't need a license.
You don't need I thought you need a boating license.
Unless
you
it's-
definitely need a license.
Definitely
For your
don't.
size, your size boat, you don't
No.
need.
Really?
Unless it's 50 feet.
Yeah,
It's
for a
more
certain
than 50
size.
So
feet.
why do you need a boating license? Why do you need a water for a jet ski?
Jet ski, you need a license.
PWC.
Huh?
PWC, which is a personal watercraft, you need a license and a vessel.
Or a
You just need a
50
driver's
foot or
license.
more, you need a captain license.
Right.
So hopefully I need a license someday, but right now,
Wow.
I don't.
Eventually.
Hang on,
Eventually
that
you'll get to that
blows
license.
my mind that you need a fucking license for a jet ski, but not.
I mean, it's way more dangerous. Like you have to know what you're doing, right? Like a boat. I mean, it's not that.
hang on. A jet ski, only your life is in danger. A boat, you could put like, I don't know, 9 people's life in danger.
Yeah, I guess.
So now
I
I've
don't know.
seen you with a little bit of a busy week. I see, who was that? What's his name? Jordan Johnson?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
PFL guy? And then you have Caitlin fighting this weekend. Are you going to either one of those fights?
I'm going to Chicago on Thursday morning for. I'm not cornering Caitlin, but just watching her. Sick card. I think that's the best card of the
Sick
year.
card.
Probably the best
We may
one.
have Cejudo on shortly. We'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, probably the best card of the year. But I'm going to that for Caitlin, and then Jordan is fighting
Thursday.
Thursday. I would like to watch, but
Maybe you can watch from the
I'll
flight.
probably watch from the hotel.
The hotel.
But
We'll have Piccinini live stream it for you. He's probably
He's-
going to the PFL.
He's my $1 million pick. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would love to get him on the show one day and find out why he didn't re-up with the UFC.
I think it's just financial.
Politics,
obviously.
yeah.
No, I mean, he was undefeated.
He went for the million.
Undefeated in the UFC, several finishes, undefeated overall.
I think
were
he's
all of his fights finishes?
4-0 in the UFC, and I believe
No, I think
10-0.
6-0. Are you sure?
No, 4-0 in the UFC. He fought
Several finishes.
He fought a
Last
four.
one
I
was-
don't know how many finishes, but I know he fought a 4-fight contract and fought it out, and then just signed with the PFL instead of re-signing with the UFC.
Yeah.
Kudos to him, though. Not who has ever done that. Not many guys.
I think that, I mean, like, kind of, it's like the Eddie Alvarez model where it's like just chasing the dollars. He doesn't
And now-
care. If you don't care about fame necessarily and you don't mind being kind of like underground.
Yeah, that $1 million. Like we've talked to Chris Wade. Chris Wade's made more money in the PFL than he made his whole UFC career.
Oh, yeah.
And you look at that, a 7-fight UFC veteran versus 4 fights in the PFL.
You've cornered Chris Wade every single fight of his PFL career, no? Or close to it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think
So I know
so.
me and you cornered him for the semifinals
Yeah.
and the quarterfinals in California,
Yeah.
and then you were in his corner this past fight,
Yeah, maybe one I wasn't.
maybe like the very first
The
one.
one he lost. The
Oh,
first round was
right.
So
Yeah,
now,
he's
how
so
often are you training now, sir?
I mean, as much as I can. I go to Henzo's at least 2 days a week, just jiu-jitsu. But I mean, for no reason, just like just enjoy it, you know.
Yeah.
And it's good for like when you go to coach someone, it's good to be at like around like the top of the top jiu-jitsu. You know, you're learning the positions, and it just kind of helps with the coaching. I guess that would be the only reason. Aside from that, I just like it. You know, a lot of my friends are there, and I just enjoy it.
Oh, it's something I realized. Everyone's your friend. Like someone commented on our thing the other night. Joe Pfeiffer. I know you've wrestled with him
Yeah.
before. What's the other guy? Basile. Like it seems like a lot of these guys on the regional circuit. Anyone who wrestles knows Cerminara.
Yeah, you come up.
Yeah, I have a big network because I lived in Philadelphia, and so like all like the Philly, Jersey people, and then like and then here, then any of the wrestlers. So, I have and I think I have a pretty big network, and like the reason I kind of am sought after for like some of the coaching is I've been coached by not many people have probably been coached by Terry Brands and John Donovan.
Yeah.
So you're coached by the best wrestling coach. I mean, one of the Terry Brands, and then the best jiu-jitsu coach, John Danaher. So you kind of, I try to blend both of those philosophies, both of those techniques, and then I think that's why I'm kind of a good grappling coach, I suppose.
Was it Terry or was it the other brother that was trying to fight Stutzman? And when he told that story to us.
Oh, Stutzman told Stutzman. It was Terry.
He's friends with the Brands. Though.
He's
No,
friends
they're great
with
friends.
them.
They're great friends.
You'll have to go back and listen.
Yeah.
And so Stutz, what was the story? He went to. Did they go to Iowa to wrestle, or they
I
were
forget
at
the
a
details.
I know
tournament?
Stutz went there and trained.
And and I don't know, like.
Yeah, the story now just escaped my mind. Yeah, I'm blanking on
I
it
don't
as
know.
well.
Stutz, there was a bad call on the mat. Stutz flipped out because I think it was like they had a match and they had a match the next day type deal. I think after they had wrestled, like Stutz was like, "Hey, you care if we use like your wrestling room?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course, whatever." So during their match, something went down. Stutz was like, "Yeah," I'm like, "Fought." I'm like, "Yeah, Terry," like, And Terry wrote out an email like, "You're not welcome to use our wrestling room the next day."
Really?
Something along those lines. You'll
And
have
then
to.
at one point he said, yeah, Terry was looking for him to fight him. Something like that. You have to go back and listen.
Yeah.
Me and Menace at this point, we've done too many shows. It's hard to remember the stories now.
32, a whopping 32.
32.
So many interviews, though.
32 is a decent amount, though, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've done 32 episodes, but per episode we have almost 4 guests.
And then we've done a few live episodes, too, where
saw it with
we've
Henzo,
streamed some
right?
fights
Was
and
that
stuff.
with Henzo?
Well, we consider that an episode, but then we also did, like, Michael Johnson and Mohammed Usman that we just watched fights with them. You know what I mean? We had Chris Wade one time. We just watched fights with him.
Yeah.
And then we tried to have Wade in studio, but it was like the first time we came here. It didn't work out, but eventually.
Right.
we'll get Chris Wade in the studio.
So you bought your crib. When you bought your house and you're right there in the canal, you're like, I have to have a boat, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you were looking at the house, like, I like this house, was it like, I'm definitely buying a boat? Or like, you're in the house, like, oh, now I have to buy a boat?
Yeah, definitely buying a boat. Yeah, I mean,
Like, before you bought the house, it's almost like the boat was included in the price, or what?
I mean,
In your head.
I-
Like, you budget for it?
I mean, it's almost like it's just ridiculous to live on the water
Yeah.
and not have a boat. It's a waste of money, right?
Yeah.
That's what you pay.
Well,
Well,
I
you
mean,
own the dock space, right? you
Yeah,
could either
yeah.
rent out the dock
You could
space
do
or
that,
put a boat in there.
so,
so you got the boat.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But now I got LaFleur to buy a boat.
You
copied-
did?
Well, he copied me
Yeah.
because.
Oh, the flare biting your style.
Well, no,
Well,
I
no,
mean,
because
he sees, you know,
LaFleur's right by the water, too.
Yeah.
But,
so
like,
now we're going
He don't
out
have
there.
dock space though.
right, but he's really good friends
he's
with his neighbor.
Who has
He
dock
is-
space?
No. He keeps in a marina right around the corner.
Oh.
So now we're both learning. We're like, you know, captains.
A couple of
Now,
captains.
LaFleur has a captain's hat.
Yeah, he does.
Do you?
No.
How far will that ever be? You should get like a nice fitted.
Wait a
or
minute.
Like,
Wait a
not-
minute, sir. If Menace and the Man gifted you a captain's hat, would you wear it?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Frank, we got our next gift. We got to give to one of our
I
guests.
like that.
We would love to give you a.
No,
a
I would
captain's
love
hat.
to get him like a snapback, but like he can wear it backwards and it still resembles like a captain's hat in some
Ooh.
way, shape, or form.
Even the captain's hat though, to put on his mantle or something. Have it say "Serm Wrestling"
Ooh.
in the middle of it.
Cool.
CERM trained or
Serm trained.
what do you think?
They're just the captain's on.
Yeah.
We'll,
Captain
we'll
CERM.
surprise him. We'll surprise him.
Captain
Ooh,
Cerminara.
Captain Serm.
Captain Serm.
I like that. I like that.
No, we had a good day though today, right? It
Great
was fun.
day. Great day.
I like bringing anyone out. Like I don't even have to really be. I mean, me
Your
and
friend.
you're friends, but I don't even have to really be friends with a person. I bring my dog out a lot of times.
So now, have you taken Gregor out yet on the boat?
Yeah, but he doesn't have the exact same like boat interest as me. He just wants to like fish. Where
Yeah.
I like to more like chill, go to the beach. Where he just wants to try to catch fish, but he doesn't
Yeah.
really. Neither of us know how to saltwater fish, so it's we did one time, we didn't catch.
Best
Wait a
fisherman.
minute.
Hang
The
on.
best fisherman in MMA doesn't know how to saltwater fish.
Well, off a boat, he doesn't know how to fish. off a
Well,
boat.
hang on.
Are you
He-
the best fisherman in
He
MMA?
better,
need to
he
know
better,
the
cha-
spots.
he
He
better
doesn't know
change his
spots.
goddamn name to best.
Best fisherman in a pond.
No,
Well, he
Or a
best,
lake.
he's
best freshwater fisherman in MMA.
he fishes off the shore. He kills it, but
Yeah.
on the boat you need to know the spots. I think, which I don't know.
Well,
He-
because he went with Anthony on what was that Sunday
and he killed
to Smith Point. They fish under a bridge out
Yeah,
there at the park. I was gonna take my hog out there, but it was 27 miles. That's a lot for the hog to take on sunrise.
Yeah.
Full throttle. I think it'll blow up.
You think?
It only does,
What do you mean you think it would blow up? What'd they make that thing for if you can't drive it around?
I mean, it's not supposed to be open at 75 miles per hour at 9,000 RPMs for, I don't know, 30 minutes.
Did they tell you that? Like they
No,
give
it's
that
common like, imagine you took your little Camry fucking stand.
Oh, so it's common
and you-
moped knowledge.
No, it's common fucking motor knowledge. If you kept your car in first gear and drove it as fast as it can go in first gear, which is, I don't know, 40 miles per hour or some shit, how long can you keep it at 40 miles per hour before your engine goes, yeah, fuck you, and fucking blows up?
I blew up an engine before.
What kind of car?
Cadillac CTS4.
Yeah, I had a Mazda 626. I blew up. the
Hang
engine.
on, you blew that thing up?
Yeah.
How?
How?
80,000 miles without an oil change.
Yeah.
Well, that will
Seized
do it.
up. But 80,000 miles before it's seized.
That's
That's
a
pretty good.
lot.
That's a testament for Cadillac.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Someone was like, "What a piece of shit." I'm like, "That's like a commercial.
Hang on.
Never one oil change.
Did you
Not one oil change. Seized right
Did
up.
you own that car?
Yeah.
Oh my god! You know you're supposed to change the oil every 3 to
4,000 or
5,000.
5,000, yeah. 80,000, not one oil change. Seized up.
What? Like, was that like? What were you?
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
Do you remember that car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
Lessons learned the hard way.
You were going through some shit and you went, you know what? Fuck this. Bought a new car.
Yeah.
How old were you at the time when that happened?
Not that old. I mean, not that long ago.
Bro, that
Oh,
was
all
like
right.
what?
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a Mazda one time that I didn't
What
change
about
the oil.
all
and
your
it blew
cars
up.
prior?
This is like my first like nice car.
And you're like, this thing doesn't need no oil.
Well, he's saying I think all the other cars you weren't getting oil changes for those.
Yeah.
I mean, I must have, but I've never like seized up a motor. But I seized up that motor. I was on Takana State Parkway, like near like Westchester.
Oh my goodness.
Kyle,
And track,
you
I'm
are
sure.
hurting me right now.
Locked up, and I had it towed from there to your boy Moe's.
At Petrolworks.
Love Mo at Petrol Works.
I saw him at the gas station just right before I came here.
What was he in?
The Lambo.
Was he in a Lambo? Was he in a Supra?
I don't know.
He's got the dopest
He was
cars.
inside, you know.
All of his cars are like
Yeah.
faster than both of mine combined, and my little motorcycle.
Who's gonna win between Cerrone and Ferguson?
We've talked about this a little bit on the show. I mean, Cerrone can land that shot at any time. I'm leaning towards Ferguson.
Yeah. What is the odds on that?
I would imagine because of the win streak, Ferguson's the favorite.
How heavy? Do you know?
No, I could check it for you.
Yeah. Give
Why?
us a,
What
give a
are you
little
thinking, Serm?
I mean, I think Ferguson, but I mean,
It's like you could dumb down a fight as like
Yeah.
puncher versus striker versus grappler, whatever. That's like you can almost say
I think if he wins, he'll win on like pace and.
Cerrone has a puncher's chance in that fight.
And
Maybe.
at 55,
I think he's got
right?
better than a puncher's chance.
You think he out jiu-jitsu's Tony? I think Tony would crush him on the
I
ground.
don't think he. I don't think he out jiu-jitsu him.
Yeah, so I mean, a kick or a punch. You
But
know,
I
he
don't
has
think
like
he needs to knock him out. I think he could win a striking exchange.
win a well, that's the other thing too. That fight's only 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see that maybe him just out pointing him for 15 minutes. But I think
I
Ferguson's tough
think
to knock
Ferguson
out.
will win too.
Now, ready for this? Cerrone was kind of supposed to lose his like last two
Yeah, he
fights.
was.
You know, that young buck who was,
Alexander Hernandez.
he was supposed to lose that like
That was
young
not
buck that
close,
was
though.
joked. Hang on, he was losing at one point.
And he won the fight. Cerrone's won 3 in a row now.
Cerrone was losing at one point. That fucking.
A little bit, not really. You were on that card. Nah.
I know.
I was-
hang
I
on.
was
What do you
there.
mean?
Yeah, it was competitive, and then
It was
Cerrone
competitive.
started fucking him
What
up.
are
But
the
no,
odds,
that
though?
guy, I remember backed Cerrone up hard and was kind of fucking throwing some heat. We're like, whoa,
Well, that was that. I believe that was that kid's first loss, right? Wasn't he undefeated?
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like young, dung, full of cum.
And then
Remember, he like stole the press conference by being like, "Day drinking Don, don't got nothing for me." He was talking a lot of shit about Cerrone,
Right.
and then Cerrone was like, "Tomorrow, like,
Yeah.
don't worry, Saturday we're gonna fight. I don't know why you're talking, bro."
yeah.
And then he showed him. But that kid's good. I think that kid just
No, but that kid definitely hit Cerrone and kind of shook his fucking knees. And I remember being like, Cerrone, like, you're having pretty good success at 170. Why are you coming back to 155? Like, I can tell you hate
Well,
it.
55 you can make a run. 70.
70's tough. The size always comes into play.
Yeah. Like, he's not being Woodley.
Well, I mean, he's not beating like there's probably like 7 or 8 guys at 70. We're at 55. There's maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, like who did he lose to at 70? I can't think of it right
Well,
now.
he lost to.
Remember, he was on a little surge at 70. Then he finally got
he
that
lost
fight.
To Darren Till.
Oh, Darren Till was the fight. Yeah. He was on the
He's
surge.
lost to other ones too, but at 70.
Well, I remember he won a couple in a row at 70, and people were like, "Oh, he's doing so good at 70." Then they gave him like one of the top 5 guys, and he lost. I don't think it was what's his name. It wasn't the Masvidal fight.
Mo Masvidal.
Yeah, like remember he beat Cote, Rick Story. Oh, it was Masvidal. So Masvidal fucked him up at 70. Then he lost to Robbie Lawler, Darren Till, and now he's on a run right now. Mike Perry, Alexander Hernandez, and Ally Quinta.
Right.
Yeah, but he beat Mike Perry at 170.
Beat Mike Perry at 170, armbarred him. He lost to Leon Edwards.
Leon Edwards. That was the other one at 70. That was his last one at 70.
Leon Edwards is good.
Oh, yeah, he's good, but he's not like...
I think he's top 5.
He's probably top 5.
He's like number 5.
He just
Oh,
beat
really?
Gunnar
Yeah,
Nelson.
he's really
was a
good.
Really
He
big
beat Gunnar
win.
Nelson. Gunnar Nelson's pretty good.
Really big.
Gunnar
win.
Nelson's the fucking gatekeeper, huh?
And I think Leon's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row. His last loss, decision to Kamaru Usman.
Yeah, he's good.
So you know he's good.
Hang on, so, and that was the
he
guy...
he out grappled Gunnar.
Yo,
Nelson.
that was the guy I was talking shit about to Masvidal, where he gave him a 3-piece and a
Masvidal-
biscuit.
Yeah, hit him with a 3-piece.
So
and a
that
biscuit.
fight makes sense,
There's
no?
good fights on this card though.
Well,
this week.
Ben Askren got that fight, but yeah, this week is going to be amazing. You want to talk a little bit about that real quick?
Yeah, then I gotta go.
Well, we could start with the opening fight. Obviously, your girl Caitlin.
Is she the opening fight?
She's the opening
The
fight.
first one.
Yeah, that's what they got it listed at.
Oh wow.
Well, she's not like a Facebook fight.
Opening the ESPN Plus prelims.
Okay.
Oh damn. Okay.
opening it with a bang. Caitlin Chukagian versus Joanne Calderwood. Menace actually bumped into Joanne Calderwood in Vegas.
And I talked to him about it.
Oh, you told him?
I think that this, of all Caitlin's fights, this is the one that stylistically I like the best for her.
Yeah.
Because there's not a huge threat of a takedown, so she'll be.
Oh yeah, Calderwood's a striker.
And she's got to be. She throws punches more than kicks.
Yeah, like Calderwood lately has actually been impressive off her back. People have been taking her down, and she's been better than people ever are expecting on her back. But I like that fight for Caitlin. And we're cool with Joanne. We may have her on the show one day, but obviously we're gonna ride with Caitlin in that one.
People call her JoJo, right?
I'm looking for.
JoJo.
I want to see. We're both friends with Tatiana Suarez.
That's gonna be a good one.
That will not be a good one. It will be a good one for Tatiana.
Yes, of course. Well, even the percentage, 87% of the people think she's gonna win.
I think
that
she's
fight.
a 1,301 favorite. She, to me, is she's like the most impressive girl.
Now you know her
she's
from
like Gregor.
Do you know her from the Olympic Training Center?
Yeah. Yeah, she's a little younger, but she's like Gregor for a girl.
Yeah, she seems like she's feisty. A little bit better looking than Gregor.
Well, I mean, her abilities.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she's good.
Undefeated. Is she still undefeated?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's really good.
Not a ton of fights, but.
I like another fight this weekend. Ricardo Lamas versus Calvin Kattar.
I think Qatar takes that.
I think so, too.
You guys think Lamas is on a downslide or Qatar's that good?
No, Qatar, hang on. So, towards the end of my career, I started seeing, I think he might have been thrown at me, maybe.
Qatar.
On a slate of people to fight. And I looked into him a little bit. I'm like, oh, this guy is.
He's good.
He gets at. He decisions people, but
He puts people out, though.
What's his deal? Is he a wrestler? What's his deal?
He's a striker. The kid who I think is very good is Shane Burgos.
Yeah.
And he put him out.
Yeah.
Long uppercut.
So
I like Shane Burgos a lot. I think he's.
I have
good.
footage of me and Shane sparring, and hang on, I know Shane's a fucking heavy striker. I have footage of me double legging him to the wall, in the air, bang, just because
Why are you bragging about that?
Yeah, why are you bragging about that, man?
Because hang on, Qatar did it, beat him.
Well, no, I get what you're going at how good he actually is because he's going into his fights and he's been impressive so far.
Good. Well, he just beat someone good.
Well,
Yeah.
hang on,
Cub Swanson.
Yo,
Cub Swanson.
Burgess just crushed Cub.
That was easy. I mean,
Outstruck Cub Swanson for 3 rounds.
Do you think Cub's on his downfall or what?
I think the same thing is, we'll get into this actually, but real quick, Gustafsson. He'd been there. He lost his drive a little bit. He knows, man, I can go in there and fight for X amount of dollars, and it's going to be tough, and I'm 5 fights away from a title fight. You know what I mean? He's lost too many fights to top guys, so he's not going to be a champion.
And me and you talked about it, Stan. That's why I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I got fucking 3 shitty draws, losses, decisions where I'm like, the title for me is years away.
Is 5 or 6 hard fights.
Or unless you take a short minute lucky thing happens.
Yeah, but that's not guaranteed.
It's a fight in Madison Square Garden.
But that's not guaranteed.
It's not a lucky thing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You need the storyline.
And I'm not going to hang on. We were trying, me and my manager were, fucking Holloway.
I was going to say, Bisping, Dan Henderson comes to mind. They had the storyline, so they made that fight.
And especially people would fall through fighting him, and we're like, I'm ready to go, even though I wasn't trained, whatever, but fuck it.
Well, did you try when Frankie Edgar got hurt that time?
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Every time someone fell through for Holloway, me and my manager came knocking at the door.
Yeah.
I think I even knocked at the door when somebody fell through for Khabib. I'm like, I'll fight him. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Hang on. Not fuck it, but I'm going to go there. I'm going to throw down.
Yeah.
I'm going in there for keeps.
Because I got to leave in 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Something that CERN will attest perfectly to this. There's 2 or 3 guys at the top of the weight class that are really tough to beat, but it's a sport where the top 15 any day. You know what I mean? You could be number 9 in the world. You could fuck up number 1.
We're going to keep...
Some weight classes more than others.
We're going to keep preaching it, but
205 is not really like that.
Well, John Jones is there's a couple of outliers where it's nope, they're just heads above the class. Yeah. Well, even you could talk to that a little bit. Gustafsson retiring as well. What do you think of that? And also someone you know actually pretty well, King Mo, just retired recently.
Yeah.
I saw that.
He's got two or three kids with that girl.
Such an interesting Such an interesting career for him, I think.
And Jimmy Manu retired today, so it seems like a lot of people they're
It's
realizing
like everyone's trying to be like me.
everyone, but they're not going out on that W like you.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're going out on that L, which is never the best way to go out. It's always tough, because I'm sure as a fighter you think about that. Like, I didn't really I wasn't me that night. You know what I mean? That type of situation. And then here we'll try to wrap this one up real quick. Look at Serm, get out of here. What about Aljamain versus Pedro Munoz? Who you got there, Serm?
Oh man, that's a tough fight. I think Aljamain, because he has a really good ability to keep the fight where he wants it to be.
So real quick,
He's long enough to keep distance and good enough grappler to either not get submitted or not get taken down or to get the takedown. If he doesn't get put out like against Marlon, I think he's a bitch for anybody.
Yeah.
Like
So
against Jimmy Rivera, I thought that was beautiful how he fought him.
So
Yeah.
this is gonna sound completely insane. I've worked with Gregor. I've worked with Aljamain. Both guys have had my back. Both guys feel the exact.
Yeah, I've heard that about Aljamain.
Same.
I've heard that.
Aljamain's the human
Hang on,
backpack.
he's 20 pounds lighter, but the same problem to get off my back.
I've heard that. I think the difference is when Gregor wants takedown, he's getting a takedown. I
Yes,
don't know that
yes,
Aljamain
yes,
has the
yes, yes.
exact ability to take him down instantly.
So
But
now,
when he gets
real
it-
quick,
Once he
real
gets it,
quick,
he's got it.
Cejudo too from the Olympic Training Center as well.
Yeah, very good.
Would you like to say hello to him?
Is he on right now?
He's about to be.
Sure.
All right, let's
Then I
call.
gotta go.
Let's call.
Hang on. So Gregor can get to the leg and grab it. I think Aljamain does a great job of sneaking you and grabbing your leg. He'll kind of bait
Aljamain
you.
is scrambling.
He'll bait you
yeah.
in to beat him up, and then he sneaks the takedown.
Or if you get his leg, he'll find a way to get on top.
He is a motherfucker there too. Yeah, he can scramble.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
I think he's a tremendous fighter. Bad for anyone.
He could definitely be a world champion.
Yeah.
Well, this fight, if the main event is the
I
135
think
title
it's
fight.
sort of like same with Caitlyn. If Caitlyn wins, she's got the winner of that. If Aljamain wins, I'm sure he has the winner. It's like almost like a tournament in a sense.
Yeah. Well, why you think? What is JoJo ranked right now? She's up there ranked.
She's like 4th or 5th, but if Caitlyn wins, she's gonna.
Well,
have
I
the
mean,
title.
Caitlyn just lost to Jessica, so who's next for the champion of that to fight?
And what's her name? Valentina. I mean, chances are she's gonna win, and she likes the fight. She wants to fight again. They'll probably fight. I would say Valentina would fight on the Madison Square Garden card.
When's that?
I mean,
November?
Usually November.
November.
Timing wise, I could see that.
Any chance Jessica I pulls off the upset?
I don't see how. Girls is seldom have a puncher's chance. There's not often freak things, kind of like Rose kind of got freak knockout, but girls don't have one punch
No, but then
knockout
she
power.
then got it again.
Well, no, she won a decision the
Rose.
second time. I think that was the left
No,
hook is
I
the
was
hardest
saying-
punch to see.
No, I was saying how Rose just got knocked out.
Oh yeah, that was a freak
The
knockout.
other one wasn't. Weird things don't happen as much in girl fights.
Yeah.
The winner, the person who's gonna win, usually wins. The better, the favorite or whatever.
Well, Jessica is the first person we have had on the show 3 times. So we're big Menace and The Man fans. I wish her the best.
And-
I hope that Jessica I wins too. Believe me.
Yes.
I
And
really
she
hope
fucking hates
Jessica I
American
wins.
Airlines too, Dennis. You saw that today?
No.
American Airlines fucked Jessica I today. And she was tweeting about it. I immediately saw it, retweeted. I was like, yeah, fuck American Airlines. Worst airlines
Hey,
ever.
where's
Guys, I have to go.
All right, sir, and we
Sorry.
appreciate you. I was waiting for Henry to get on, but we'll tell him you said hello.
I was just here.
We will. We'll tell him he missed you.
He was like a little kid when I knew him at the training center. We were like close. We were close.
I'm gonna
friends.
ask him about you
He'll know.
as
He
soon
knows.
as he gets on.
Yeah, tremendous fighter.
Tremendous fighter. So obviously you're going to ride with him this weekend, right?
Yeah.
What are you going to cut weight with? Jordan Johnson right now?
I'm not cutting shit.
You're gonna watch him cut weight.
Well,
I like
Serm's
that.
going to entertain some weight cutting over at Long Island MMA. Jordan Johnson getting ready for the PFL. Thank you again, Serm. Kyle Cerminara, you guys go check him out. Serm Wrestling. A lot of guys you'll always see with the Serm Train T-shirts and whatnot.
Yeah.
A lot of those Long Island guys.
Dude, he's got. He worked with Anthony's younger brother, Nick Piccinini. He worked. The kid he's talking about right now is going to Buffalo as an animal. He'll probably wrestle like 197, maybe
All right.
heavyweight.
Let's just try call Henry. I think that's what we should have just did.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
Were you texting with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's gonna be a little aggressive.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, we're gonna have Chael on today, but he got.
I'm not getting anything in
He
my
wasn't
head.
able to make it. Chael was not able to make it.
Do you hear anything?
You gotta turn. I hear
the ringing really loud.
Turn on the fucking.
Huh? Henry, give us 1 second. We're playing with some volume here. Is it that?
What's up, Henry?
There we go.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Oh,
got-
yeah.
We can do this. We can do this interview. Is that cool?
Oh, Henry, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said I'm gonna find a place to sit real quick, and then we can do this interview.
All right, sounds
deal.
like a plan.
Yeah. So right now I'm walking. I'm at Millennial Park, and then I'll call you back if you like when I'm ready.
All right, cool.
All right, sounds like a plan.
All right. See you in a bit. Bye.
Yeah.
Did he say what I think he said?
What'd he say?
What did you hear?
That he's gonna call us back in a little bit. He has to find a place to do the interview.
Oh,
What'd you think he said?
I thought he said he has to take a shit.
No, he said he has to find a place to do the interview.
I
That
thought he
would've
said
been-
I gotta take a shit. Let me call you back after I find a place to do the interview. Because obviously he doesn't want to do the interview while he's taking a shit, right?
Yeah, but I wonder why that just gave me a problem. Usually it's both of those plugged in.
No, but we're good. It's good now.
It was working, right?
Yeah.
All right, but yeah.
So Serm hit me up. Hey man, you want to go to the boat? I'm like, yeah. So he's been off from work for.
But man, I wish I would have got like that 5 minutes with Sermon Cejudo.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Yeah, but we'll get some good with Cejudo, and we'll talk to him about Serm. So maybe we'll get some good Serm stories.
We'll get a one way.
We'll get a one way.
So yeah, I ran to Serm's house. It was like 3 miles.
Sprinted.
Yeah, like an animal. Took me 22 minutes to do 3 miles. It's not bad, right?
Not bad at all. Considering you probably started with a light jog. You didn't start off sprinting. You didn't warm up. Your warm up was probably.
My warm up was walking out my door.
Yeah.
Have you ever ran with him?
Tried.
Oh my god.
Tried.
One time, Grandpa.
We ran in practice back in the day, but
What,
never like that.
What do we got in the comments? Do we have anything to answer in the comments?
Ooh, we did have some comment stuff, but you know when Serm gets in, Serm's really distracting. So good looking.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Pretty.
Oh, you're typing back in the comments. All right, because I was like, I didn't fucking write this shit.
Wrestler Chris Boxer.
Yeah, Cerrone all the way. If they stand up on the ground, Ferguson will win. I don't know. I think Tony's pretty good on the feet.
That's one. I mean, I think money's safe.
How is that G Fuel? Does it work? It absolutely works. Home 1991. Try it out.
The what?
He asks how the G Fuel works.
Oh, I love G Fuel.
Yeah, it really works.
Whether it's fucking works or not, it's fucking placebo. No, but it has caffeine. Caffeine is one of the.
Someone wrote, who dropped you, of course. He wrote, sad, Menace retired before BJ Penn. Just seems really weird. I agree.
Listen, hang on. It's pretty sad looking at BJ Penn now, no?
Yeah.
I don't want that to be my legacy.
And who dropped you also said Pedro's going to take Aljo's head off. I disagree with that one.
Hang on. He could.
I think...
If he hooks up, he could. But Aljamain's fight IQ is super high.
Yeah, like...
And, like, he's not sitting in a closet with you and exchanging strikes.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of motion. He keeps you at bay, keeps you at distance, makes you come forward hard, sets up his takedowns. Like, I've sparred that dude and gone in like, it's just Aljo. And been like, did I win?
What? Aljo, what do you mean, did you win? Yo, questioning if you won.
Yeah, after sparring him, like, did I win like, if we did 3 rounds, did I win that fight?
Oh, yeah.
I've questioned it and, like, gone to fucking town on the heavy bag, like, pissed. And he's looking at me like, yo, what the fuck's this dude problem?
Well, here, while you talk about Aljo, talk a little bit about this weekend. Aljo's brother, what's his name? Fumi. A couple of guys that you spar with doing some big things this weekend.
Never sparred Aljamain's... Actually, no, never sparred Aljamain's brother.
Calvin.
Never sparred. No, I've never sparred any other Sterling except for Aljamain. But seeing his brothers compete, I'm like, yo, these guys have got to be goers, you know? And I watched his, I don't know if it's his older brother, middle brother, youngest brother, whatever, fight his like third amateur fight. And he looked a little bit nervous at the, I don't know, like stare down at the, when they're announcing each other's fight, each fighter. But he came across the cage, took the guy down almost instantly, and his ground and pound was pretty vicious. And no, I'm talking about Aljamain's
Kelvin. Yeah, very impressive.
Never sparred with him, but Fumi, I was getting ready for my last fight at 155. And I'm working with this guy who I thought was a 135-pounder. He moved very weird and like was very unorthodox. And was pretty confident in his striking, stuff like that. But I remember like running through him a few times with some double legs, which I'm supposed to because I'm bigger than him. And then turns out this guy's a 125-pound amateur.
You thought he was a pro back then?
I thought he was a pro at 135.
Yeah.
It was kind of giving me some trouble.
Yeah. Well, he in a good gym, so he's got Aljamain. He's probably sparring with Marab. He's got good little guys to, good bantamweights, good flyweights to work.
Yeah,
with.
what's he 5-0 amateur now? All stoppages.
Either 4-0 or 5-0, and he's been very.
Well, I think he was 4-0 going into that championship
Yeah,
fight.
and
So I think he's 5-0 now.
He's been very impressive in the amateurs, so I'm curious to see what he does when he goes to the pros. You know that,
dude. I'm telling you right now, that kid.
He's gonna be good.
What's his last? Fumi what?
Fumi Nakuda.
Fumi Nakuda is ready for the pros.
Yeah. He said he maybe wants to do one more amateur fight. So
I think that's ridiculous.
Or maybe, no, was it him? It might have been someone else who said that. I forget. I interviewed a few people, and one of them said they wanted. Mike Contra said maybe one more amateur fight. The other guy.
Because in my head, it's like, man, if you're ready to make money, make money.
But how'd you like this weekend, Menace, doing the commentary?
Had a great time.
Had an awesome time. It's like
Menace to the Man.
The whole casino knows you had an awesome time, Dennis.
Do they?
No, it's a joke from old school.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't get it. Went over your head.
Well, I don't fucking jerk off the movies like you do, Stan.
Jerk off to movies? I don't jerk off to. I jerk off to pornos, maybe, not movies.
Yikes.
Not old school. Why? What are you jaying your O to? Thoughts?
Girls.
Girls? Like what? Like thoughts?
Nah.
Yeah. Not Orion's. What? Rebecca Starr, right? Not Rebecca Starr.
Nah.
All right. Better things to do.
Yeah.
But what were you saying? You were saying
I
something.
don't know. You take a weird place, Stan.
Did I? No, we were talking about. I asked what you JO to. I'm sorry, but all right.
I don't know. Maybe.
Your mom?
Yep.
Is that where you're gonna? That's where he was gonna go. What are you looking at me sideways for? That's where he was going. 100%. That's where you were going, right?
Miss Stan.
Yeah, he's got like 2 jokes.
Your last name Stan?
Is her last name Stan? No. Mrs. Stan? No.
Mrs. Cesarki?
We already been over this though. You don't want that fly swat from my dad. Fucking with his lady.
Well, I heard through the grapevines he's not much of a fighter.
Oh yeah. He's not a fighter, but if he lands, if he connects, he's like Brock Lesnar. Is Brock Lesnar much of a fighter? But if he connects, his hand's so big it's gonna hit your whole face.
Yeah, it's like a fucking sledgehammer.
It'll hit what it needs to. Yeah.
Yikes.
But then again, you'll probably be on moving your head and whatnot. But so even let's go into what you think about UFC 238, Menace. Do you have Henry Cejudo or do you have Marlon Moraes?
Marlon Moraes is on this fucking
tear.
Yeah.
Well, and real quick to just jump back, that's the one thing. I mean, I think Pedro Munoz is a world-class fighter, but I think he got a little bit lucky. Not lucky, but, won that fight against Cody Garbrandt he rocked Cody Garbrandt, and Cody Garbrandt started throwing like a madman.
Yeah, Cody, and we spoke about this last time. Cody became emotional, if you will. He got tagged once and said, "Oh yeah, you want to fucking do that?" And I've done that in sparring.
Here we go. Henry's calling in. Henry. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, you guys there?
Yeah, now we got you. How are you, Henry?
What's up, dude?
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Good. Henry
miss you.
Cejudo, welcome to Menace and The Man. Stan the Man, Dennis the Menace Bermudez. Now we're joined by one of the greatest combat sport athletes to ever live, Henry Cejudo.
What's up, guys? Just happy to be here, man. Thank you guys for walking me to your show. I'm excited, man.
Henry, you just missed Kyle Cerminara. He was in studio.
I know, man.
He was like, man, while I was at the
Olympic Training Center.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
We've been drinking a little bit, Henry.
Why can't I say that? Of the OTC, it's like when I was at the OTC, man, Henry was just a child. Is that what?
Yeah. I've known Kyle for a while, man. It's before pre-Olympics, man, pre-anything.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome. You guys had him on your show. He's a great guy, man.
Oh yeah, Kyle's a great friend of the show. Him and Menace actually went boating today. Took in a few beers, took in some sun rays.
He's lying.
What do you mean? What am I lying about?
Anyways, so Henry, because how old are you?
I'm 30. I'm 32 now.
Right. I'm 32 as well. And I remember being in college and, like, I remember my coaches being like, man, hopefully this kid fucking doesn't skip college. Hopefully he accepts a college. Like, what was your thought process during all of that?
Yeah, no, for me, it was honestly, Dennis, it was more based on the dream, man. It was more based on me, quote unquote cliche, I guess. I don't talk about it enough. It was more the dream of becoming an Olympic gold medalist, So I knew that I was right there, bro. I knew that I had the talent. I knew that if I was to go to college and wrestle at the NCAAs, that my Olympic dreams would suffer. And I decided when I was a senior in high school, I went to Russia. I went to this famous tournament in Russia called the Eureka, which a lot of the great guys have gone there and have. There's only been like 12 Americans to ever win this tournament, and I went out there and I got beat up, and I was like, "Hey, man," I said, "I'm so far behind. I was good in America, but I guess against the Russians, then I got humbled pretty good and pretty easily." So I had made my decision in high school that I just wanted to solely focus on freestyle wrestling, and what do you know, man? It planned out. It panned out to my, it panned out very well. I have a shiny gold medal, man, to prove it.
Yeah, for sure. Now, because the thing is like, do you think America's doing something slightly backwards, not getting ready for the Olympics by having a huge segment of wrestling, collegiate wrestling, being folk style?
I think it's changed though, Dennis. I think now it's not so much because look, we're having success now, man. Think about it. What wrestling is.
Killers.
I mean, we're pretty much number two. We could be number one, number two in the world like any given year now. Like we have our team is stacked. It's a beautiful time, man, to be an American, to be a wrestling fan, man, because you have Kyle Dake, you have David Taylor, you have Kyle Smatter, Jordan Burroughs, Jaden Cox. I mean, all these guys are future Hall of Famers. It's ridiculous.
Now, you know how a college goes through almost like a segment of guys, if you will, where like, man, I got some studs, they're going to graduate, now I got to rebuild. Do you think United States will go through that after David Taylor, Jordan Burroughs, and, Kyle Dake are like, you know what, I'm going to hang it up?
Yeah, I hope not. I think that happened back in 2008 when I was competing. It's almost like all the great wrestlers there's a drought for a minute, So I hope not. But I think when you have, when you have up and coming guys like Yanni Takamahalis.
Oh my gosh, Yanni is a fucking freak.
Yeah, that dude's a stud.
He is.
Does he not amaze you?
It does, man. The dude is impressive, man.
Because Henry, while I was in college, like, I followed all of your shit, and I was like, dude, this guy, he's very good with his low singles. He runs guys out of bounds. He's very aggressive. He hand fights hard. He keeps distance. He does all, like, almost, like, to the precision. Your precision of how you move just made fucking sense. Yanni goes, go ahead and have my leg. I'm gonna fucking do a half cartwheel and take you down. Like, I watch it, and to me, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the kid is definitely unique, and he's definitely special, man. I just saw him wrestle at the Beat the Street. I think I saw you there too, Dennis.
I was there. We were there.
Yeah, and he was, he beat the number 3 guy in the world, man. And the way he did it, it's like there's no line that this kid is the truth, man. This kid is out here for he's got a chip on his shoulder. He wants to prove the whole world wrong, and he's doing it. It's inspiring to me.
Now, this is gonna sound slightly insane. Have you ever thought about, like, slapping on the singlet again and just like, you know what? Let me show these young bucks what the fuck is up.
I was gonna ask him that.
Like, I mean, almost like charity. I mean, it's training at the end of the day.
We've had Jesse on the show, and Jesse had Ben come to Beat the Streets, and he talked how he had you come as a guest. Would you ever do a Beat the Streets or something like that again for charity?
God, Lee, man, wrestling is so hard, man. It's so painful to think about it, you know?
Hang on.
But can I wrestle? I said, can I wrestle? I can definitely wrestle.
Hang on. Say no more. Me and Stan have talked about this in terms of, like, when I go into a fight, it's way easier to kickbox for 15 minutes than it is to wrestle. Would you not agree with that?
Oh, 100%, man.
Thus,
and this is the reason why it's happened to me before. I think I was after my second MMA fight. I did an exhibition. So I fought Chris Carriazo in Dallas, and a few weeks later I had an exhibition with Tony Ramos. At this time, Tony Ramos was #1 in America.
Yep.
And go out there in Iowa, do an exhibition with them for 6 minutes. I'm beating them the whole time too, man. I was killing them. I was beating them like 8-0 through the first minute. And my tank just went down. He ended up beating me by 2 points, but it was the worst thing that I could probably ever remember doing, man. Because it's different, man. If you're not in wrestling, you just wrestle.
Yup.
You do an exhibition against a very tough opponent. You will feel it, man. I felt it. I smelled hell, dude. It let me know that, hey, man, wrestling's just another freaking animal.
I say that to people all the time. There's different types of shape. You could be in wrestling shape and not be able to box for fucking 10 minutes. You could be in boxing shape and not be able to wrestle for 5 minutes. You could be in running shape and not be able to swim. You could be in swimming shape and not be able to run. There's different types of shape. You know what I'm saying? But for fighting, I think it's important to be in all of those shapes, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think if you're in wrestling shape, I think this is the thing, man. If you're in wrestling shape, you can do any sport.
Yeah, you can do anything. Anything in wrestling shape.
I agree.
Wrestling builds some savages. And you see it now. Look at the top of the UFC rankings and look at all the champions.
Usman,
Jones, Cormier, all these guys. They're all high level wrestlers. Like even like a guy like John Jones, he probably would have been an Olympian if he would have kept wrestling.
We said DC. What's your relationship like with DC? You guys are like playing little. You guys have a little competition going between you two, right? Right? When you say,
I said, I want his crown. I want his pound for pound crown. That's what I want.
I mean, at least you have abs, right? It makes sense.
One of my favorite things is the when you were beating Dillashaw, he was doing the commentary and he kind of came out of pocket and he was like, "Finish him! Finish him!" Like he started screaming, "Finish him!" Instead of saying like, "Oh, what's going on?" He landed a right hand. He was like, "Finish him! Finish him!"
So hang on. So go back to that. What's your guys' relationship like? Because like I know I wasn't like, I was, on the smaller end of the spectrum of wrestling, but like me and my heavyweight always had this like connection where like I got you, dude.
Yeah, no, he's obviously we're at the Pan Am piece together. I've known Daniel since 2004, but so just keep that in mind. I was a junior in high school when I pretty much met him and I had a relationship with him. and Daniel's always been that. He's the same guy, man. He's the same character he is today. Our relationship. Obviously, he trains at AKA. I train somewhere else. But our relationship is good, man. I always, I called him for his birthday. He's doing well. Sometimes I'll ask for certain advice from him because he's been in the game longer.
Oh my god!
But he's a future Hall of Famer, man. I think Daniel has the ability to, for what he's done. I think he could potentially be a wrestling Hall of Famer. The UFC's already a given. But sure. I'd be curious someday to see him get inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Oh, for sure. He definitely should be. Now, wasn't he? He was your team captain when you won your gold medal, right?
Yeah. So he was team captain. We had an okay team, but Daniel the year before he had won a bronze. I mean, he was on his way to become a gold medalist, but it's unfortunate he didn't do it.
Yeah, the weight cutting gets guys. And what do you mean by an okay team? They had Henry Cejudo, the Olympic gold medalist, on that team that year.
Well, hang on. Henry was the first person in a minute.
Yeah, broke the mold. And even that's, bro, like what I loved, I've been watching Henry since he first started fighting MMA. Obviously, I'm sure, Dennis, you've been watching him since the wrestling.
Yeah.
But, like, I looked at it like you're like Rocky Balboa in a sense, too. And we love guys like that. Like, I remember, didn't you lose, like, your first match in the Olympics? And you had to, like, every match was do or die, right? I mean, every match always is do or die, but like you came from behind to win that gold medal.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying, man. Look, it's kind of how life has correlated with me. It was the same thing with Demetrius Johnson, man. Like at the Olympics, I was down every match, man. Leading up to the finals, I was losing every match. I was down by my first match was against the Bulgarian world champ, a returning world champ. Losing that match, came in from behind and beat him. Second match, I was losing to this guy from where was he from? He was from oh my god, where was he from? From Armenia, and he was beating me. Came from behind and beat him. Third guy, I was losing the match too in the semifinals to go to the finals. Turn around, come from behind, and I beat him. And then the finals, I won like it was my easiest match. Almost what people would say.
Yeah, everything except for the gold medal.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like wrestling had led me to the experience that wrestling has gave me. I've been able to use that against Demetrius Johnson. I've been able to use that against TJ Dillashaw because it's prepared me for these. You're down by 1, you're down by 2, or whatever that may be. And I'm here living my dream, guys. I'm 32 years old. I'm an Olympic champ. I'm a UFC champ. And these are things that I've always set out to do, and I'm living my dream.
Complete stud.
Oh, complete stud.
I would like to say we're the same because, like, a lot of matches that I won, I was down early. But I think it's because the guy was, like, legit better than me.
And you outconditioned.
Well, yeah. There's no quick. So that segues me into this is that, like, Puerto Ricans and Mexicans don't love each other, but what we have in common is that, like, before we give up, we will fucking claw your fucking eye out or bite you before we, like, I'm going to give up. So that's one thing guaranteed about Henry Cejudo. So, we watch a fight and you see a guy curl up in the fucking fetal position and, like, all right, I've had enough.
Nope.
Henry Cejudo will never be that guy. You've never seen me do that once in my fucking life.
Never. Yeah, that Latina, like a lot of Spanish fighters.
No, we give zero fucks.
Spanish,
we will go out on our sword.
And it goes back to even boxing, and we'll segue into this now that we have the Mexican-American UFC about to be doubleweight champion. The guy who just won this weekend, Andy Ruiz, is a Mexican-American. So, like, yeah, Spanish people are tough. Mexican, Puerto Rican.
Henry, did you watch that fight?
I did, man. I did watch it. It just like you said, man. It shows the heart, man. It shows you can't measure the heart of
our parents hit us, right?
Of a person, man.
That's what it comes down to, right?
Yeah, man. He freaking Ruiz beat a freaking guy that looked like Goliath in real life.
A goddamn Greek fucking statue.
Yeah, a statue. Like, what should the most jacked male look like? That guy,
Yeah.
What do you not want to look like in a fighter? That guy. And that guy won.
true, but it lets you know, man. It lets you know that, hey, man, you cannot measure heart, man. And Reese, I believe Reese will beat him again. I really do.
Oh, 100%. I think that we're going to talk with Chris Algieri in a little bit, hopefully, and that's one of those fights where I think that dude was so underrated in that fight, and people just overlooked him, and I was like, bro, this dude's going to fucking win. I thought he was going to win the whole time.
Why do you put money on it, Stan?
Because I was in the car ride with you heading to the fights. I didn't have time. Too much scrambling in my life.
So you guys went to the fight?
No, we went to some amateur fights in Queens that we called. We did some color commentary. We got some suits, that type of deal.
Yeah, dude. Henry, I look sick in a suit, bro. So good.
Yeah.
A nice, maroon, burgundy, rather, suit with black pants with our skin. Are you kidding me? Hair done nice.
Oh, and Henry, that's also why I was asking about if you'd ever compete in wrestling or something. We're going to segue into the promoting game, so we may put on a little bootleg Beat the Streets events one day, and we would love to have Henry Cejudo maybe strap on a singlet. We just need to come up with a number for you.
Shit, man, that's it's tempting, but I almost man. Wrestling's so hard, dude.
Henry, you can wrestle me.
We'll get you somebody.
We'll give you some light work, like me.
We just need you to walk out. We need you to walk out with 2 belts, the gold medal, and then just text somebody real quick. That's what we're looking for.
Hell no! If I was to wrestle Dennis, I know I'd be in a war. He just said, he's like, "I'll gouge your freaking eye."
Yeah,
I'll do whatever I can to win.
I think what the move is we have some high schooler come out from the crowd, and he has to wrestle you. And
right here, I got you, Cejudo. You could fuck me up all day. Me or our tech
guy.
pitching.
You know what? Hang on, I'll fuck him up.
No, we want Cejudo to fuck me up.
Yeah.
It'd be better. It will look better that way. But on to this fight this weekend, Henry. You're about to trump DC. You're about to become a double champion and the Olympic gold medalist, right?
Yeah, man. That's what I'm after. That's what I want. It's nothing more than me. Just wanted to be just wanted to accomplish my dream and see how far I can take the mind, body, and spirit. And I'm able to. I'm able to do that on Saturday, man. I want to, become a legend, man. Become a legend of to ever roam in the octagon, dude. But I have a tough task in front of me. He's a dangerous fighter, and I got to be smart out there.
Oh, for sure. Now, I know a lot of times, Ali's very close with his fighters. A lot of times the fighters are close. Have you and Marlon ever trained together, ever almost trained together, anything like that?
No. Me and Marlon have never trained together.
Oh, so you guys kept your distance, knowing that this fight might happen one day.
You're right. You have to, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be. He represents Cody too. He represents other bantamweights, and we're gonna fight someday. So it's better that we just keep our, like you said, keep our distances, man, because it's very personal when you get into that octagon. I ain't trying to have mercy on nobody.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because I remember Frankie Edgar was getting ready to fight Chad Mendez. I had Frankie Edgar's coaches reach out to me. Hey man, you're the closest resemblance to Chad Mendez. Your height, your size, the way you fight, your takedowns. Come train with Frankie for a week, and they were gonna give me $500 a week. I'm like, man, I plan on fighting him one day. I'm not where I'm at in the rankings. No.
Yeah.
Hang on. Love Frankie. I think he's amazing. But I don't need you guys taking notes on me. I never got to fight him. I've always wanted to fight him because I think he's a great fighter, and that's one thing that top level guys do is we don't duck people.
Yeah, you want the best.
Training. I know, Henry, you didn't duck anybody. You want to train with the best and see where you fucking stood. That's what champions do.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of how it was, man. But I get it, Dennis. Everything that you're talking about, I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though you never fought him, it's still it's good to be like that.
Yeah.
It's very good to be like that because you don't know. You just don't know what could happen to you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't in football. This ain't basketball. We're throwing fists at each other's faces.
Yeah.
We're doing the most political and brutal way.
Yeah.
Oh, I would think a guy like that for you, Henry, is probably like a Dominic Cruz or something. You have the utmost respect for him, but you want to fight him one day.
Oh, for sure. And even with them, we're both from Arizona. I've known us since we were kids. But I know we're gonna fight someday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It's-
so I
it's go-
gotta.
Yeah. And it's going down this weekend, man. And like before we let you go, man, after I retired, we
ooh.
met up at your retirement part, or we met up at your after party after you won. You beat
Yeah.
Dillashaw, and like we did a
Yeah.
toast to you, like maintaining the belt, and you took a second. Actually, you took like a minute.
Well, yeah, that's one of the most class act things I've ever seen. Is at your championship celebration, you went I don't know if you remember this, Henry. You were probably twisted at that point.
We were all twisted. We had a great time.
But you were like, everyone, please, I understand I did something great tonight, but everyone, let's give it up for Dennis Bermudez. And you had everybody, like, applaud Dennis's career.
And man, that
Yeah.
set like awesome. I was like, dude, that's my guy forever.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was cool, Dennis, because I know what you've gone through, man, and it's special, man. Like you know when you're done, you know when.
For sure.
You know, I did it in wrestling. It's a very emotional feeling, man, and you know, I felt like you needed your right celebration, man. Just a beautiful toast, and I'm glad I was able to give that to you, brother, and to celebrate with you.
Do you have a ceiling of amount of time before you think you might be done with fighting? I know it's very early for you. It could be or not. like for
Let's,
example, when I first started fighting, I'm like, if I could fight till I'm 35, I'd be cool with that. That was like my goal at the time.
Yeah.
Do you have like
Yeah.
once you're 40?
Do you have a number? Like, I know DC put a
No,
number on
no,
Ooh, I like that.
no. I mean, as of right now, man, I don't.
You feel great.
I like the number 30. I like the number 35. I like the number 34. Like I don't, you know what I mean? I've been doing this my whole life, guys. Like
Yeah.
I've been competing my whole life. Like I'm not gonna be, you know, I'm not gonna fight forever like Daniel. Like this is why I respect him so much, man. He's 40 years old, guys. And what he's been able to do, that shit's incredible.
Now, after fighting, because you're one of those guys I can see being like a newscaster. You just have like, this great smile, like great hair. Like what could you see yourself doing after fighting?
No, I'm trying to make money, guys. I'm gonna get into real estate. I'm gonna own a bunch of empires back in Arizona.
I like
back
it.
in Phoenix. So that's what I'm planning on doing, guys.
So take your earnings from the UFC and put it towards like your own kind of business empire.
Right. Yeah, we have to be smart, man. Unfortunately, we don't make the money that we deserve.
Right.
But I will say this, man. I am a smart guy. I know what I have to do to kind of set myself for the future, and that's all it is, man. I'm using the sport of mixed martial arts to do that.
Yeah, because as a wrestler and being what 5'5", I'm 5'6". What are you 5'5", right?
I'm 5'4". You got me by 2 inches, bro.
Yeah, like we're not like we don't have the height to be making like multi like
Nah.
$20 million of dollars for a season. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I always say to you guys? Go an inch up. Go an inch up, and hopefully nobody's going to call you on it. Nobody's going to bust out a tape measure.
Hang on. Henry, I feel like you're like me. You take pride on being a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, right.
I mean, I don't know if I'm blowing your spot up or not, but like I saw him at the gala. His girl was like 3 inches taller than him, and this dude was just owning it. There's something to be said about that.
Oh my God! We were talking dripping
Yeah,
swag
I like
at the
you,
fights
man.
this weekend. This guy.
I like tall women, guys. But hey, guys, I want to let you guys go, man. I got my friends here waiting for me. And I want to say thank you guys, man. It was a fun little podcast, man. You guys are legit, man. We're going to have to do it again, brother.
For sure, bro.
All good, Henry. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for making time for us fight week. Let's definitely do this again. Henry Cejudo, soon to be the double-weight champion in the UFC. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yo, good luck, my dude. You're going to do awesome. Can't wait to watch.
Yeah, thank you guys, man. You guys, thank you guys. You guys have a blessed night, man. I appreciate it,
man. Take care, bro.
You too. Get it done this weekend, Henry. Take it easy.
All right, brother. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, amazing.
I'm so happy we got that snuck in.
Amazing.
We were supposed to have him on at 8. We ran into a little bit of time constraints, and you know how this show goes.
Do you have Algieri's number?
No, you do.
How'd you get him scheduled?
Instagram.
Should I call him?
Yeah, I might actually. Let me see. But you hit him up. You're his boy. I'm just the fat guy he knows.
You are fat.
I'm his fat acquaintance.
Hang on, there's no chance he went to the other place.
No, I texted him the address and everything. He had an acupuncture appointment, so he's probably busy doing some shit. But man, love having Henry Cejudo. We were gonna have Chael Sonnen, but unfortunately Chael had a little bit of training going on. So yeah, he was training. So I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be like, yo, you owe Menace and the Man an interview. You're trying to train.
No, we'll get him on.
Well, you know what I would love to do is if we don't get Chael on next week might be the 14th. We'll have to check the date. I would love to get, if we could do something live with Chael. They're going to be at Nassau, so I'll go to that hotel. I'll sit in the lobby and interview Chael.
Oh, Chris just pulled in.
All right, he just pulled in?
You want to get him?
Go Menace. But yeah, Henry Cejudo. He's a fucking legend, that dude. Like, I wanted to almost give him a little bit more gratitude for what he did for you that night.
Yeah. So he's like one of those guys that, like, for me, he's one of those guys that just did everything I've ever wanted to do.
Yeah. Everything. Literally everything. So when you stand next to him, you're like, you know what? I kind of hate you, but I fucking respect you.
I wanted to be a New York State champ.
Every which way.
What I wanted to be and be like a national champion is like, nah.
Well, wait, was he a state champion? He was a state champion
Yeah.
too, right? Yeah, he's a fucking stud.
Multiple times.
But bro, like I said, being your boy, but cut you off, being your boy, like, and being at your retirement fight and being like, I had an emotional moment when you retired, when you won. I was like, oh my God, thank God he fucking won. He goes out on a win. I knew that you kind of felt that way, but you said like, if I win, I'll fight again in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. But you just won. You were done with it.
Well, if I knocked the guy out in the first round, I would have fought again.
But then for us to party with Henry Cejudo and Eric, his coach, the way we did after the fight, like I want to get Eric on the show. Eric, I forget his last name, but you know the guy with the glasses?
Yes.
I talked to him a little bit through social media. I would love to get him on the fucking show.
Yeah.
But at that after party, for everyone to be like, yo, Henry Cejudo at his highest moment of his late night toast. The highest moment of his late night toast was like, you know what? Let's all give it up for Dennis fucking Bermudez right now.
Tiring tonight.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, it's like that.
Ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. Drippin' Swagoo. My guy.
Oh, wait, Menace, you saw that too. Me and him got caught up in that cutting each other off thing, me and Henry Cejudo. I just wanted to say, if there's ever a guy who was dripping Swagoo, it's Henry Cejudo. And now Mr. Swagoo himself just walked in. Chris Algieri, fresh off a win this weekend at MSG. Impressive performance, too. That was a great fight, Chris.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Amazing.
Yeah. Always looks so good.
Woo! Good to be here.
Stan the Man, Dennis the Menace Bermudez. Now we're joined by boxing world champion Chris Algieri. Multiple-time boxing world champion at this point.
Yeah.
Is this a different belt?
This is the international belt for the WBO, which is the world title that I used to hold.
That's when you beat the Siberian.
Provodnikov.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so you got that one back.
No. So this isn't a world title belt. This is like
the belt to get to that belt.
So boxing fucks with me in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a belt to get to it. It's
up.
almost like an interim belt.
Honestly, these belts mean fuck all to me.
He's a champion.
The world
he gets what he
title
wants.
is what matters to me.
Which you're now.
I'm in the process of aiming for. They're busy right now. The champion's fighting another guy. So I'm gonna probably pick another fight, stay busy. But I still want that title fight by the end of this year.
And who is the champion right now?
Maurice Hooker has the WBO belt, which is the one I used to hold. But there's also J.C. Ramirez, who has the WBC. Totally fine fighting that guy, too. Regis Prograis has the WBA. And then Josh Kelly has the W something.
So now, how soon after winning a fight do you go into talks for your next fight? ASAP. So Monday, you guys were having conversations.
Saturday night, bro.
Ooh, Saturday night having conversations. I like that.
Right to it.
So,
because I mean, boxing, like you're like when after I finish a UFC fight, like my fucking leg hurts and I can't walk for two. Like I can't kick anything for 2 weeks. And Chris knows because you were a kickboxing world champion.
Yo, kickboxing, man. I never left the ring not limping.
Wait, undefeated kickboxing champion too, right? You never lost to the kickboxer.
No.
So you wouldn't go into talks after a kickboxing match.
Nah, I mean, the talent pool was so much smaller then too, and so yeah, it wasn't like that, and I had little to do with it back then. I mean, that was such a long time ago. I was so young, but yeah, no, it wouldn't happen that quick. Boxing's different,
And the money's different. So boxing, they want to make that money quick, so they want to put that next fight on.
When I beat Provodnikov, we were talking about Pacquiao in the post-fight press conference. My eye was still swollen. I had 3 broken bones in my face, and we're talking about fighting Pacquiao in China. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
that's the way it goes. Boxing moves quick.
How much money you guys got from me? All right.
Yeah.
My eye don't hurt no more. My eye feels great.
Weird. How much? Yeah, weird.
Yeah, would you fight Pacquiao? Yes. Would you fight him in China? Sure. How much are you gonna pay me? That's it.
So, is it totally like? Could you ever do a glory fight with the boxing contracts and shit like that? Is there a loophole there?
I don't think it would affect me at all. I don't.
I don't think that Glory can match the money that he makes in boxing. Is
Right.
what the problem is.
Got you.
Yeah, I still want to do it. I still would. I would like to have one
Like,
K1 style.
You want to go out a swan song in your kickboxing career.
Yeah,
You never did that.
Dude,
hang on. Well, also, like, you were fighting for, even though you're the world champion, you were kind of fighting for pennies, no?
100% fighting for pennies. It was bullshit.
Whereas,
money.
like, Glory could at least
you
give
could
you,
pay,
like,
yeah.
oh, okay,
you could make
this
you
is
know,
this is worth a sparring session.
Well, now, since when you last kickboxed, kickboxing has come up a little bit. Not much. Like a little bit. Like a Glory or shows like that. Like maybe now you can make a little bit more money than the shows you used to fight in, but...
No, I would say it's come up a lot. I mean, those shows are big.
Yeah, you
between
were
Bellator kickboxing and Glory. Those shows are pretty badass.
But pay-wise,
You
think
could
they
get you could get
Yeah.
probably a 6-figure shot.
Yeah.
And,
I would say I'd say.
but when you were
Oh.
fighting, like, what, 20 grand?
No, peanuts for
10
those
grand?
shows,
Not
yeah.
even. Yeah, like 10.
Jesus.
10 for world titles fighting killers.
Yeah. Tough
Yikes.
sport.
Very
Tough sport,
And
kickboxing.
same thing was and that's why Big Baby Miller went from kickboxing to
And he had some
boxing.
big kickboxing fights too. He made a decent penny, but yeah, no, he's making way more now.
Yeah.
Well, you fought in the World Combat League as well, right?
Mm-hmm,
The thing that Chuck Norris was doing. Yeah, that was like where I remember like the highest platform for you guys, or was there one higher at that point when you were kickboxing, when he was
That
kickboxing?
was only the platform for that because that wasn't even kickboxing. That was like a hybrid sport that they put together. It's kind of like BKB, like the bare knuckle boxing they
Yeah.
have where you fight in a bowl. Yeah, that wasn't. They were just paying well because they had a lot of money behind it, but that wasn't a high platform at all.
We could segue quickly into that. What do you think of the bare knuckle boxing? Is that something you could ever see Chris Algieri doing?
Absolutely not.
Never.
Absolutely not.
He's
Why?
too pretty for that, boy.
Yeah, fuck that. Do you see the
Hang
way
on.
those guys come out of those fights?
That's a
Oh.
lose-lose.
Lose.
Are you friends with Malignaggi?
We're supposed to speak this week about his diet because I saw him at my fight on Saturday night, and he thinks it's gonna be an easy fight.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
It is.
It's boxing.
But the bare knuckle, he might break his hands, or he might get cut up with a like.
It can be a very easy fight. He can go out there and he can just
jab
flash
the
his
fuck
jabs
out of
and
him,
move
right?
and not get hit. 100%. But a lot of intangibles. in that.
There's emotions involved.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be an issue for.
No,
Paul.
what I'm saying is like jabbing a guy is not really trying to hurt a guy. It's just fucking him up, moving,
with
not
no
getting
gloves
hit.
on, he's gonna hurt him.
No, for sure. But the right hand is like, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, you want to feel this?
Paulie's
hit?
got a great left hook too, so Paulie can knock this kid out too.
Yeah.
It's just the guy's been out of the ring for so long. You know, that's what worries me
Paulie.
about Paulie. Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't fought in how many years? 2?
3 or 4, I
3,
think.
4,
Let me check
5.
that real quick, but I believe 3 or 4.
To jump into a new sport, basically. Come on.
Similar, but yes, with no gloves. Like you see, the punches are totally different. Like instead of throwing like
I'm
shots,
putting it out there
True,
right
they
now.
punch differently.
They
I'm
punch
gonna put it out
way
right
differently.
now. I need $200,000,
And you'll do it?
and I would do it.
I'd train you for that, 100%.
yeah, they don't want to give you that money though.
I know.
I'm in.
Hey.
It's been said.
The Menace will get into bare knuckle boxing for
You'd be
200.
good at that, dude.
Hang on, I'm moving forward. I'm tucking my chin.
Oh no, Paulie fought in 2017.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago, you ninny.
That was
March of 2017. Yeah,
Eglinton, when he fought Eglinton.
Eglinton. I thought he didn't fight since 16 or
It was
15.
early. That was early 17. But it's been over 2 years. That was two years and a couple months.
Yeah.
Now, Chris,
Mhm.
I put you on the bench for 2 years. I'm like, you're fighting this guy who's not a boxer, technically.
Yep.
But you can
Dude,
watch Artem.
hang on.
Artem's tough as fuck.
Yeah.
He's really tough. He's a punch.
Hang on.
He's a punching. I don't want to be a dick, but he's a punching bag. He can take some shots.
He could take some shots. He's very, very loopy, which is like a boxer's dream.
How long are the rounds, and how long is the fight itself?
3 minutes.
I think the bare knuckle boxing rounds are 2 minutes.
I don't think you're
how
wrong.
How many rounds are there?
I think they're two. I don't know how many
I
rounds.
think it's like two. I think it
five
could be 2 5-minute rounds. I think. That's
No.
I think Paul's gonna smoke his ass. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Like I haven't really thought that much about it.
Because this dude gets hit and then throws a looper.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
If you're still there, you're getting fucking mollywopped.
Paulie's just gonna jab him and stay off his back foot and use that left jab. Paulie has a long arms. He's got a long jab. He's super quick. I don't think that's gonna.
Now
go
the
anywhere.
whole thing with Paulie and Gregor sparring was that. Do you think that was real? Did Conor smoke Paulie?
No, I heard the opposite. I heard that Paulie smoked McGregor.
It was probably McGregor felt this. Whatever his team was like.
Yeah.
I heard from what I'll read between the lines, and I'll take Conor's story and I'll take Paulie's story, and then a couple of in betweens. They kind of set Paulie up, and they brought Paulie in like fresh off a plane.
Yep.
They had Conor like, yo, this is a fight. Get ready like it's fight night. They had a referee there. They simulated a fight night, but it was Conor in mid training camp, the best shape he's probably going to be in, versus Paulie like, hey, come in and help Conor, do some rounds with him. And Paulie's got one of the biggest egos in fighting. You know what I mean? Like any fighter.
They did 12 rounds that first fucking
Yeah.
day.
They simulated a fight.
I heard Paulie was tuning him up the end of that. Like in the beginning, it was tough, and I heard Paulie just took over and started.
So all the pictures and shit like that were from like the beginning.
Yeah.
Of
Similar to the Floyd fight, where in the beginning Conor was a little tricky to figure out. A big fucking guy, he can
Conor's
punch
fucking
hard.
Big, man.
He's huge.
He's a big guy, and he's got long arms, and he is quick and powerful. It's not like
I think he's a pretty good boxer. I mean, you're a professional boxer.
I don't disagree. I know he sparred Chris Van Heerden, and I know Chris beat the balls off him.
Yeah.
That was the first controversy was Chris Van Heerden. Then it got overshadowed by Paulie because Paulie was a bigger boxer.
Mm-hmm.
And Paulie was retaliating with like meeting it on Twitter.
Well, the big
that,
they put out the pictures, and then
Right.
Paulie was like, "All right, now I'll
Fuck
talk.
you.
Now
Yeah.
I'll talk. All right, now I'll talk."
And now I'm gonna beat up your boy bare knuckle.
And Paulie kind of called out,
right?
Paulie's
That's where this is now.
Yeah, it's 100% where we're at.
Well, Paulie's trying to get Conor. He's trying to beat up Artem and then maybe Conor, let's do a boxing match, or you want to do bare knuckle? I think they're leaning towards a boxing match.
No chance.
Conor won't. Oh, Conor would never. I don't think he would.
Paulie's a smart guy, man. He's not doing this for nothing. He's
Yeah.
getting paid in one way or another, either right now or long term. But he's definitely got a plan. He's definitely a smart guy. He's doing this for a reason.
And Paulie's really good. I think he gets caught up in his attitude and the way he is. He's one of the best boxers at his weight of
The
like
only guys
our
he's
era.
lost to are like awesome champions. Like his record stands for itself.
Paulie was an established amateur and a fucking really solid pro, a 2-time world champion. People make it like he's not that good. Because,
None of us boxers think like that. We think Paulie's awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like MMA, and when we had Paulie on the show, he was like, "I hate MMA fans. I don't want to be a dick to your guys' audience, but you guys suck." You know, like I fucking hate MMA fans. But
I just don't like this whole. I don't like this. Like I don't. I like Paulie. He's a friend of mine. Like I don't want to see him go through this because those guys come out. Every one of them. Everyone comes out a fucking nightmare.
You're all fucked up.
It
It takes a glancing blow with no gloves to cut you open. Like the gloves protect you from even cuts almost.
I don't think he's gonna get hurt like the way boxers get hurt.
His face is gonna get scarred up.
Face, man.
Yeah.
You get cuts.
Well, like you saw.
You're getting stitches. Like
Yeah, you're getting stitches.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
stitches suck, man. I got cut my last fight, and I don't like stitches at all. They suck.
Oh, let's talk a little about this. The last fight, or meaning the fight before this
Fight
past.
before, no, I got no cuts this fight.
Yeah, this fight you did great this weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
He caught you a little bit. Was that the second or the third
Second
round?
round, I got caught with a right hand. Yeah.
He caught you with a right hand, then a little hook.
Yep.
But you covered up well, and then you did what Chris Algieri does. Like I remember I told you one of my favorite fights ever is the Bogota fight.
Hang on, shut up. You want to know what Chris Algieri does?
Bang my gloves together.
When he smacks his gloves together,
You're
like,
fucked.
fuck.
There he comes.
He just turned on.
Because I remember I hit Chris with like a 4-piece, and I was like, oh damn, I didn't get hit. And he went,
bang, bang, bang.
and I went, and like his eyes, like they turned into like a cat's eyes.
Yeah.
Like I don't like. Chin got tucked, and I was like, oh
Here we go.
god.
And then my favorite thing about that fight was that short hook to the body you were throwing. So like, you throw a hook. You were throwing like, boom, like it seemed so short, and then you landed that, and that's what fucked him up. Was that short left hook? Is that something like you work on? Is that how you throw?
My left hook to the body's always been like my most damaging shot. My jab is my punch. That's kind of what I got known for. But yeah, in kickboxing, I used to knock everybody out, and it was mostly from body shots and head kicks. But even early in my boxing career, like I was always a body puncher. I kind of got away from it because I started really, really getting into the jab. But I knew with this fight, I had a guy in front of me that I needed to make a statement with, and I could get him. And we just went back to it a lot in the gym. And just going back to that body, kill the body and the head will fall. Like that's an absolutely true statement.
He looked very game at weigh-ins, and I'm like, okay.
He was in great shape too.
And then I saw
That guy's good.
Hang on,
Nah,
the
spoil
body
stuff.
shot we're talking about, I got hit with. This is the only time I've ever been hit in the body when, because I see guys, Chris, you've seen guys get hit in the body and they fucking like and shut down. The closest I ever got to that was you hit me in the body. I went that I couldn't breathe. I stepped forward with a poker face. And you backed off. I was like, oh my God, thank God. But like, most guys don't do that.
Right.
I'd imagine Chris is controlled in the gym. Like he's
well,
not gonna.
I mean, hang on.
He's not gonna ice you when he hurts you. He's gonna let you recover to keep
partner,
working.
yeah. But I would like to. Hang on, correct me. I would like to think I stepped forward like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I think my poker face was pretty good. But
well, that clip I posted up a few weeks ago, you versus Mac Rice. You have one of the best poker faces in fighting.
hang on.
Facts.
But then the thing is, I watched that. I'm like, I'm not home.
Even
As soon as I got up, I'm
not
like,
there.
we talked about the Jimmy Rivera fight. I've seen you literally not pick yourself up off the canvas, bounce face first off the canvas, and then pop up and be like, nah, you didn't really catch me. Like, I'm good. I'm good.
No, that's true, man. It's from the outside.
Yeah.
We're all watching this like, oh, he's good. He's fine.
not home.
Nothing.
Even his last fight, when the guy dropped him, Tay Edwards, that's when I sat
Chris
back.
was in my corner.
Yeah, you were in his corner.
Yeah.
I actually sat back in my chair and went, oh my God, he's going to win this fight. Like, he survived that dude's dropping him an onslaught, and I was like, nope, he's got this now. Like, the zap from that dude's cardio to almost finish the fight versus Dennis's cardio, Dennis is going to fuck him up. And I, sat back in my chair and then watched it unfold. Like, Dennis get the takedown. Dennis start fucking him up.
I was
mount
worried
him.
immediately because the kid, he looked so strong in the first round.
Huge.
He
He's
was
a big
like a
dude.
different guy round two. Like once you get past the first round, the fight was.
We gotta get Tay on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not to
He was so nice.
crush him, but I think he's a very, very good guy. I think
He's a very good fighter. Too.
You had
Yeah.
experience on him. You had a lot
Yeah.
of things on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a tough fight for him that night. And then you, where people thought you were on your downside, it was like, nah, those were fucked up fights.
That was an awesome.
I'm
performance,
still
by the
Dennis
way.
Bermudez. I'm still fucking good. So Algieri, Junior Dos Santos?
Of course.
We have him. He wants to come on the show right now. You want to talk to him for a few minutes?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little
Have you-
boxing with Junior
You've
Dos
never
Santos.
talked. Have you ever trained with him a little bit?
I
Or
have not. No.
different gym.
Yep.
Oh, so yeah, you
He's down in
He's down in Florida.
he's down in ATT now.
ATT. Yeah. He trains with. I've seen him with Daru. I've seen him.
With Daru. Oh yeah, Daru spoke so highly of you actually.
your
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the dude. That's the guy.
Oh yeah, he said you and Tony Ricci, he couldn't stop speaking raves about you. But Junior Dos Santos tried to beat him up, actually.
I'm sure he didn't try because if he did, he would have. But
Oh, jokingly.
Yeah.
Jokingly. He was pushing him around. He was taking
Anthony
photos.
was taking pictures of him. He's like, I want to fuck you up, boy.
okay, that's a big
In
man.
a nice way.
Yeah.
So here, we'll do a minute before we call Junior. At that fight, did you get a chance, or were you seeing doctors to go out and watch Joshua versus Ruiz?
Oh no, I was fine. Yeah, I was. Tommy, they sent to the hospital. I was gonna get beers with him afterwards, but he had to go to the hospital to get his double vision checked out. But yeah, we stayed after we watched the fight. Absolutely insane. Absolutely
Insane. That's even
I'm
a
not
thing.
that surprised though. People were sleeping on Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz is a really, really dangerous guy. Really dangerous.
Ex Menace, I called it. I was like, yo, I think this dude's going to win tonight. Menace was like, why? I was like, because
Fast
I've
hands.
watched Ruiz fight.
Well, no.
Fast hands
You
is big
said
power.
because of the curse.
No, I said I.
That's the only reason
No,
why
no,
you
no.
said.
I said
when
I've
British
watched.
people come to the United States, they lose. That's what
I've
you
watched
said to me.
Ruiz fight, and also I know about British guys, and when they come overseas, they usually don't fight that well. Like, it's a little bit of an adjustment, you know? Like any fighter, an American going overseas, a guy from England or Russia coming to America, it's an adjustment. It's a huge
It's
adjustment.
tough. America, like the top of the world boxes here. It's just one of those things. I mean, the guys who are great European champions come here, and they're not the same level of athletes that we are here.
Yeah.
I just would have loved to see our boy Big Baby strip him.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
that
goodness.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been amazing. Boy, you're friends with Big Baby as well, right? Coming up on the...
Yeah, I've known.
Oh, Algieri's way like those. They're way.
Well, you came up with him on the kickboxing scene even
friends
before
for
boxing.
15 plus years.
Jesus.
Oh, my goodness.
Big Baby and I.
You know what the funniest thing is? When we had him on the show, you know how he always just talks about the cheeseburgers and how he's eating? He called us. He was like, yeah, I'm at the cheeseburger place right now. And he was like, we talked to him like from the cheese. Where was he? The Cheesecake
I
Factory.
don't
I think
I planned on
Cheesecake
bringing
Factory.
burritos in here
probably.
today, but I wasn't hungry.
Why, you have a burrito sponsor?
I
or?
don't. No, I just was thinking what would be some good travel food? Burritos would be.
I had Chipotle yesterday.
See? There you
Oh,
go.
why? After the fight, you're just crushing anything in sight, right?
Nah, my diet doesn't even change much, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not restricted, so I'm not like I have
Hang
to.
on, let's talk about diet real quick.
Yeah.
Chris, you
Dude.
got a new book.
I fucking signed one, and I had it for you, and I left it on my counter. I have,
Oh,
I
my
have a-
goodness.
I have a
hang on.
Menace book ready for you. And
I'm going to go. I can get it on Amazon,
It's in Barnes and Nobles now too.
but I can get it
Yeah.
on Amazon.
Yeah, you can get it on
I
Amazon.
will buy one on Amazon.
I'm bringing you one anyway, though. I got to sign it. man.
I need one. I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy one. I'm gonna have to.
All right,
I
give
Stan
me-
the
appreciate
man
you guys
needs
buying
that.
them,
Stan
but
the man
I'm
needs
bringing
that.
you a book. I'm bringing you a
So,
book.
Stan the man
what's
needs
the
that.
name of the book so people know?
The Fighter's Kitchen.
The Fighter's Kitchen.
Yep.
And what does this book?
It's 100 recipes that of recipes that I've been using for my own career, things that I actually eat on a daily and weekly basis. There are recipes that I use with my athletes who I cook for.
Let's talk about some of these athletes that are, you know.
Well, here, let's get JDS out of the way
Okay.
before we go deep into this. I don't want to lose JDS.
Okay.
We've been
Well,
trying hard to get
We
him.
gotta bring the man on. Very dangerous man there.
Like, yeah, we'd have to hop him if he was in this room.
Hello.
Junior,
Hi.
how are you, my brother? Welcome to Menace and the Man.
I'm doing great. Thank you, guys.
Stan the Man here, Dennis the Menace Bermudez, and we're joined by boxing world champion Chris Algieri.
How you doing, champ?
Cool.
Chris Algieri. Do you know Chris Algieri?
No, yeah, sure. How are you, man?
Good, man. Nice to meet you, champ.
Nice to meet you.
Good.
And now the voice you guys are hearing, our American top teams, Junior Dos Santos. He's got a fight coming up against Francis Ngannou, former UFC heavyweight champion. Pleasure to have you joining us here on Menace and the Man, Junior.
Thank you, guys. It's good to be here with you guys, and former and future heavyweight heavyweight
Oh,
champions.
yeah. I like that. I like
Love
that.
that.
Yeah, love it.
Love that.
Confidence, man.
Love that.
So, big fight coming up against Francis Ngannou. You think you're getting a title shot when you win this one?
I believe so. You know, actually, there's nowhere to go. Right? He's the number 2 right now. I'm the number 3. So, and even if we are not following the rankings, you know, there's nowhere to go. You know, the winner of this fight needs to fight for the title. And for me, it's going to be good because Daniel Cormier is fighting Miocic again, you know, for the title. So I'm going to be fighting one of them. So either way, it's very good.
So what do you want more? You want that Stipe rematch, that Stipe rubber match, or you want to fight DC?
Yeah, like I said, you know, both of the fights are very, very good. You know, like DC, he's undefeated on the heavyweight division. So, of course, I want to be the guy to beat him. But even if he loses for Miocic now, it's going to be our 3rd fight. So for me, it's very important too, you know, because our last fight, man, you know, it was kind of a strange fight. You know, I was kind of building my way through the victory, but then I got caught, you know.
Yeah.
with a very strong punch, and I lost the fight. But it's gonna, in both cases, it's gonna be good.
Hey, I know all about winning a fight and getting hit by a very strong punch.
Yeah.
So I'm with you.
That's
But let's change courses a little bit. Like, how do you, as a heavyweight, maintain a 6-pack? Can we talk about that?
Man. Yeah. Actually, it's natural. That's who I am. I am like that. I've always been. And this is, of course, it's hard work, man.
Yeah.
I used to tell, and I have to keep it. I have to keep saying this. I am made of truth. I am truth. And guess what? At the end of the thing, truth will prevail.
Yeah.
You said truth?
Yeah.
You said truth.
Truth.
Yes, I'm just making sure. I'm going through a little language barrier.
Yeah. He's a drinker. He drinks, Stan. He drinks. You gotta excuse him, Junior. But like, do you do a lot more cardio? Do you think your abs are made in the kitchen, or you just bust your ass? What's the secret? Because you're a big man. How much do you weigh right now? And you have 6-pack.
Yeah, I'm 250 right now, and actually I'm feeling very good. I'm 35 years old right now, and man, it's a very important, special moment of my career. And I think I take care of myself. I know who I am, and I love to be who I am. So I work very hard in the gym, and in my house, I take care of I have my wife helping me with my diet. So I don't eat like trash food,
Yeah.
So I take care of myself.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what to do because you're doing awesome.
Crush.
But your strength coach, Phil Baroni,
That's my guy, Phil Baroni.
works very closely with the world champion boxer we have here, Chris Algieri. He helped me with my nutrition on most of my career. So if you ever need to reach out to him, I got the connect right here. It's happening right now. Chris, who are some of the people you helped with their diets? Well, the thing is, like, he also's not trying to have to cut weight, though. It's different.
No, it is different. But but working
Peak
with
performance.
guys, I've worked with guys who had to actually gain weight or put on weight, and that's a lot more fun as a nutritionist. Being able to feed a guy without having to restrict them and cut them down. But yeah, I've worked with a lot of fighters. Boxers. Paulie Malignaggi's one. Daniel Jacobs, middleweight champion's another. A bunch of MMA guys I work with over at HK Kickboxing. With I'm close with Henry Hooft, so I work with a lot of his guys down there. Volkan Ozdemir is one of my guys that I work with regularly. Ryan LaFleur, obviously work with Dennis Bermudez here, Long Island guys. But Phil is someone I work closely with. Very, very smart guy, doing great work. Looks like you guys are doing phenomenal stuff down there. You look like you're in peak physical condition. Really looking forward to your fight coming up, champ.
Yeah, actually, Phil, Coach Phil, he's great. He has so much knowledge about physical training, about performance, and it's always I feel very good, to having him on my side. But I have also my nutritionist in Brazil. I keep working with the same guy as I was working before. And he sent me. I sent him my exams. He sent me the diet through the internet.
That's
so
nice. That's great.
I feel good doing that.
I think that's really important. Every athlete needs to have someone that knows their body because everyone is so different.
Yeah, that's it. He knows me a lot.
And there's also, like, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yep.
Well, perfect, like you said there. Junior, I spoke to you a week or two ago. You brought your whole team from Brazil to Florida, right?
Yeah. I brought my coaches, my coach Doria, and his brother who works with my boxing skills. He's my the head of my training.
Yes.
So my whole training camp.
Doria is the Cuban boxing coach, right?
Yeah, he's my boxing coach.
Yeah.
But he has so much experience, man. He give me advices for everything and everything what I do in the gym, And also we have here Conan Silveira, who is the head of American Top Team, and also help us a lot, with our preparation. So I cannot complain. It's going things are going good.
Oh yeah, you obviously. You came to America. You linked up with the right team. You're with American Top Team, Phil Baroni, training with all these right guys. Like, how long have you been with American Top Team? Was that like the change that you felt like was implemental in getting back the title?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, being here for me, it's something else. You know, it's something very positive for my career. You know, there in Brazil, I was having a good training. You know, and then I was having good times, but it was too expensive for me. You know, because I had to bring everybody. You know, a lot of people to help me. And here at the ATT, you know, these guys, they have so much people there already, you know, to help us, and all high-level coaches and athletes that can help us. So it's been very important for me to be part of ATT, you know, and I've been there for 4 years already, so it's a lot of time.
And they put it all together for you there. It's like a one-stop shop. You have your massages, your ice baths, your physical therapy, your strength and conditioning, you know, I mean, your jiu-jitsu, your boxing. It's all right there for you, right? Or they have the hookups for you, correct?
Yeah, actually, yeah, they have all the different trainings to do. You know, they have the cold tub. You know, they have sauna. They have this kind of things over there. They don't have massage and physical therapists, like I said. You know, they don't have it over there. But I have my own.
Connections,
you know,
right? They have connections. You're JDS. You have the hookup,
yeah,
right?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, but South Florida.
They can always help us, you know, to find the right people to work with. So it's good, you know. It's good. Like I said, there is a lot of people around us over there. So man, yeah, everything you need, you can find it.
Oh, for sure. Junior, you're not the only champion that relocated to South Florida. I've seen Chris. You go down there from time to time, right?
Yeah, I have a condo down there, and when I do my big camps, that's where I'm at.
Oh, so yeah. You guys, you got to go train in that warm weather. There's some of the best guys, like Cubans, Brazilians. There's so many, MMA and boxing in South Florida, it's a hotbed.
So, JDS, I mean, when you look at Stan the Man, he doesn't have abs, so he doesn't get why running with your shirt off is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Because he keeps his shirt on when he runs.
No. I'll take my shirt off. I don't give a fuck.
No, you don't. You don't run. Hang on. Stan, you have to run first.
I have no
take your
shame.
shirt off when you run.
Whoa. I have no shame in my dad bod because I used to be skinny and I could still pull girls. So I don't care about that.
Because JDS has abs, the Menace has abs, Chris Algieri has abs. So we like warm weather when we're outside running because we take our shirts off and we get a few beeps, right? It's amazing. A big morale booster.
I love warm weather. I walk down the street with my shirt off and people beep and say, "Put your shirt back on, fat boy."
That's good.
But yes, JDS, I'm a big guy. I don't know if you remember when you met me. I'm like 6'2", 230.
But I was like JDS.
And I was like, fuck this guy. His hands are huge. He's fucking tremendous. Get this guy away from me. You're one of the biggest people, like, physically. Like, you got big limbs. You got big arms, big fingers.
He's got big bones.
Yeah.
He's a big fucking dude.
Yeah, actually, as a heavyweight, I feel, big, but I'm not one of the biggest guys over there. There's bigger guys than me over there. But the thing is, like I said, I'm natural this way. So I feel good with my weight. I feel good with my size. So I think it makes a big difference when I'm fighting. Yes. Because, man, and that's I feel like, that's my territory.
Yeah, and also your fitness is a head and shoulders above the other guys in your division, so that's important as well.
So talking about size, like, do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Are they humongous or what? How big are they?
Yeah, they are pretty big. They are tall, actually. But I'm the biggest, I'm
okay.
Talking about size, I'm the biggest, yeah. But they're skinnier, but they're taller. Not taller, but tall as me.
All brothers, all sisters, both?
Two brothers, two sisters.
Oh, wow.
We are 5 in total.
And are you the oldest, the middle, what?
I'm right in the middle. I have a couple older than me and a couple younger than me.
So give me the full rundown.
Yeah, you had a lot of fights before you ever started fighting with your older brothers, right?
Not really, not really.
No,
Yeah,
that's a lie.
sometimes, we were like beating each other. But I was the type of guy, that was avoiding fights, even in the school and in the streets. I never had a fight, like street fight.
You're lying to me.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. You
never had a street fight in Brazil.
Yeah, actually, when I cannot lie to you. I had one.
Let's
but when
hear
I
it.
was
Let's hear it.
17
Why
years old already.
You were 17.
Did the guy die?
What happened? How
Actually,
tall are you?
was,
how much did you weigh?
At the time, 98 kilos, something like that.
Chris, what's that?
Times 2.2.
Yeah, it's 220, 215.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So tall were you? How tall were you?
Same thing, I think.
What's
same
that?
Thing. I was 17 years old already.
6'4".
6'4", 220.
Yeah, 6'3", 6'3".
6'3", 220.
Wait a minute. Dos Santos, you're 6'3"?
Yeah.
I love that. On the Wikipedia, it says 6'4". Like I told you guys, always go inch taller. Unless somebody's going to bust out the tape measure, always go inch taller.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're 17, you're 220, 6'3". Yeah. What happened?
Yeah.
Who fucked with you?
Yeah. No, actually, I was going in I was having fun with some friends in a nightclub, and one of the guys, like a big guy, the city where I come from is a small city, so everybody knows each other, but I didn't know this guy, and he started to talk like bad things about me.
Why?
And then,
why? Because you're the second biggest guy?
Why, but then,
was he bigger than you?
Then he was big, but I went there to ask him, what you talking about? And then he said something that I was looking to his girl or something like that, I said, man, I don't even know you. I don't know your girl, so stop it, So then he punched me in the face.
Oh, wow.
And when I tried to punch him back, they didn't allow me to do that. They put me away.
The bouncers.
They took me away from that. Yeah, my friends actually.
Oh my gosh.
So I said, my gosh, man, you should beat him, not take me away from that. So then I said, I'll wait for a little bit.
Outside the club. You waited outside the club.
No, not outside. Still inside. And I went back there, and then I saw him again, and I went after him. And I punched him in the face. He fell down. He fell to the ground. And I did like 2 more punches on him. And then everybody was stopped, by the bouncers.
Were you doing mixed martial arts at the time?
No, I wasn't.
Jiu-jitsu?
I started training with 21 years old.
Okay. Were you doing jiu-jitsu at the time?
No, I wasn't.
Nothing.
Actually, at 17 years old, I was working as helping on constructions.
Wow. So that's why your hands are so strong in your...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've always...
Because you guys don't have like big cranes like we have in the United States. No, I'm kidding.
They got him.
Well, now, obviously, JDS, paying attention to your career. I know you're a boxing-centric, you're a boxing-heavy fighter. You've called out Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, all these guys. Did you watch the fight this weekend?
Ooh.
Yes, I did, yeah. And I was, actually, I don't know if like many people are talking about a lot of stupid things about Andy Ruiz, If you know about boxing, if you know this guy, you shouldn't be saying like stupid things, because of course, Joshua was the favorite to win, but he had big chances to win. That guy has power, that guy has speed, and he has a lot of abilities on boxing, and also a hard chin.
He
did
Thank
great.
you, champ. You could not have said
Yeah,
that
he
better.
did great. He did great.
Guys who know boxing know Andy Ruiz is a very real threat and a very, very dangerous opponent. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
The first time he got dropped was Joshua. He never been dropped in his. He's never been dropped in his career until that 3rd round with Joshua.
Yeah,
and then he got up 30 seconds later and dropped Joshua.
Yeah, but like it shows us how tough Joshua is. we cannot take anything away from the champion, the former champion, actually, but we have to give a shout out for Andrew Ruiz. He did so well, and man, I think he's gonna be bothering these guys a lot because he has a different style and a very good style. Because he's on the inside all the time, throwing hard punches and fast punches. So he's a tough fight for any one of them.
Oh, for sure. Even his one loss. Who was it to Parker?
And Joseph Parker's a very good fighter.
It was a majority decision. It was a close fight. Maybe you could have gave it to Ruiz. And he's, again, never been knocked down. First time he's ever been knocked down or in a really difficult fight was Joshua, and
he overcame adversity.
Bro, watch the third round.
He was ready for that.
He gets dropped, and when Joshua comes to finish him, he drops Joshua. Nope, not today.
That was beautiful.
And then from that point on, the fight is all Ruiz.
Yeah.
All Ruiz.
Yeah.
So, JDS.
I'm a big fan of Joshua. Not because he's a great fighter, but because of his personality. He's a nice guy. I met him in Brazil, and we had some good times over there. But he's a nice guy. But Andy Ruiz, man, he did so good.
So now, did you watch the whole card? You watched the undercard as well?
No, not really. I wasn't at home.
JDS, you're missing out, man. You could have seen Chris Algieri versus Tommy Coyle. Great body work.
Yeah. I heard there's some great fights over there. I'm gonna watch. I'm still gonna watch that.
No, we fought early on the card so we could be prime time.
The feature fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the feature fight. So one or two fights before the co-main event.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. If you want to watch some really good technical boxing, you find Chris Algieri's fights.
So
nice.
JDS, so Conor McGregor fights Mayweather. A few guys start speaking out how they want to go from MMA fights to a bigger money fight and do a boxing fight. What about yourself? The heavyweight division right now in boxing is roaring. You have a really big following. You're a really good fighter.
Come on over, champ. Come on over.
What?
Yeah, brother.
Who would you want to fight at heavyweight?
Anyone, bro. The champion, of course. Actually,
there's a few champions though in boxing. So which one?
Look what I want to do. When I was the champion back in 2012, the UFC champion, I challenged Vladimir Klitschko for a boxing match. But of course, I'm not a good promoter as McGregor. So nobody gave me much attention. He replied to me, but nobody gave it much attention. And then I lost my belt. So it wasn't making much sense anymore. So then when I was fighting for the title again, I said I would love to fight Joshua, in a boxing match. And man, I'm still with that goal. I want to fight one of these boxing champions for sure. But before, I want to get my title back, in the UFC. And then I'll challenge again, one of these champions. It can be Deontay, it can be even Andy Ruiz,
Yeah.
But man, I really believe it would be so much better for me because, man, without worrying about takedowns, without worrying about kicks, only about boxing, only about the thing that I love to do,
Punch people in the face, and in the body.
Say it again.
Punch people in the face and in the body.
Yeah, that would be paradise for me, I know there's a lot of top fighters over there, and I'm looking forward. I know, at some point it's gonna happen. And look at that. We have to give MMA a real shot against a boxing champion. I know that McGregor, did the whole thing, that whole promotion. But that was only to make money.
Hang on. I think he had a great showing against the best boxer.
Yeah, like you said right now, it was a show. It was a show. You're right. Mayweather is the best, but he allowed McGregor to reach the 10th round. He allowed him. He was giving the people what
Mayweather
they were
let it happen
for.
like that.
Yeah, Mayweather allowed him to reach the 10th round.
Got
He
you.
could finish the fight before. We can see at the first round he didn't throw one punch. That was kind of.
You're right.
I said, what is
Yeah.
it? He was there giving people what they were expecting for a show.
Wow.
You agree with that, Chris?
I agree 1,000%.
Floyd carried him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he made it worth $1 billion. It was a $1 billion show.
There's also that talk that Floyd bet on. A lot of people said that Floyd bet on it going past 8 rounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a betting man. I can
Crazy.
see
Oh,
that.
Floyd's a degenerate gambler from what you hear. Yeah. He likes
Yeah,
to gamble.
so you know what? Let's give MMA a real shot against a boxing champion, and that's all about me, baby.
Hang on.
I like it.
I would love to see you in, because the way your fight stance is, the way your hands are, how far you keep your feet, like you are a slugger, dude. You're a boxer. You're a boxer.
Yeah, thank you,
first.
brother. Thank you.
You know?
And you know what? Like I said, I told you, I'm a natural heavyweight. I can move. I can punch hard. I can throw a lot of combinations, and I'm a smart fighter. Especially using only my boxing. So, man, it's gonna happen at some point.
Hang on, and Menace and The Man is gonna push it.
We're gonna
tough.
make that shit happen. And even
Yeah.
iron chin on Junior Dos Santos, like that Cain Velasquez fight, one of the scariest fights to watch. Like, imagine if your opponent, you hit him with everything. You take him down, you fuck him up on the ground, you beat him up on the feet, and he just keeps coming.
Well, I was in Oxnard training, and Cain Velasquez. This is before you fought him, champ. He was coming to the gym and boxing. He looked like a boxer. So when you guys fought, it was like 2 boxers fighting in an MMA cage. It was amazing. It was such a great. I love all of those fights you guys had. Such good boxing.
I agree that he's a great fighter. But the thing that made a big difference for him, all the fighters were his wrestling skills.
Yes.
He was putting pressure all the time. That fucking Barry, man. He was putting pressure all the time on me, and that made me very tired, And then he connected some punches as well because I was expecting the takedown. That was a tough fight, But and also his cardio, his stamina.
Yeah,
he was fucking
incredible.
amazing,
I've seen it. Yeah,
that
I've
was
seen it in
incredible
the
for a
gym. It's
heavyweight.
incredible.
And that
like
might
him,
be
that
from
was
wrestling.
fucking incredible. I have a good stamina. And in the 5th round, he was still jumping. I said, "What is that, man?" So yeah, but yeah, we did three big fights, and I hope at some point we can do that 4th.
Hang on, champ. I don't know if his knee's gonna hold up.
His whole
No
body.
way.
Yeah. His whole
No
body.
way, brother. I don't want to go. I don't want to talk about that. But it's this sport is very tough.
Very tough.
I was gonna say something. It totally left my mind.
Well, just how physical the sport is. Like, you were the champion a little bit young for a heavyweight. Like, what were you, 31 when you won the title? 32 when you won the title? Usually
I was 27.
Oh, my God. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's why.
27.
2012.
Usually heavyweights are peaking at 35, 36, 37, 38. You see like a DC right now. What is DC?
Yeah, but I'll become champion
about?
again.
Heavyweights?
I'll become champion.
I'll
become champion again
what are you
with
talking
35
about?
years old.
He was the champion at 27.
I believe it, champ. I'm 35 too.
And Junior,
believe it.
Junior was an outlier at 27. Usually heavyweights, look at the history of the heavyweight division. They are the champions or they peak at 37, 38.
Champ, is that true?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Completely
Stan's fat, so he's like trying.
I'm
to
35 right now, and I'm gonna become champion again. So that's
I like
fine.
it.
Well, yeah, I know it, champ. I know the heavyweight lineage. Dennis is short and he's an idiot, so
Yeah,
sometimes
I only
he doesn't
pay attention to little guys. I guess.
Yeah, he only pays attention to little guys, but I know heavyweights like Junior Dos
'Cause
Santos.
he's a heavyweight.
JDS was an outlier. He was the young guy who came in and beat some older guys, and even Kane was an outlier. Like, they're two guys who obviously the rivalry is the heavyweight division of this era, but they changed the game. Before that, it was 35, 36, 37, 38. They were the two young guys that fought over the title.
So, hang on. Love Cain Velasquez. I did not try and talk smack on him at all, but my strength coach would show me his strength training Like, obviously, it's posted on the internet. It's like, what the fuck is that guy doing?
A lot of that.
Herky jerky.
Like,
shit.
what?
Like you're gonna get hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why his knees were blowing out. And he's always getting hurt with his back and shit like that. And that's why. So, JDS is working with Phil Daru, who's like a goddamn scientist.
Genius. One of our best
Yeah,
interviews.
he is.
Oh my
He is.
gosh. What's it like working with Phil?
It feels very good, man. Every time when I'm I'm training with him, it feels good. It seems like I have the perception that he knows what he's doing for my best.
Right.
So it's important to feel this way, for us athletes.
And if you feel like shit, he's not like, come on, you're being a pussy. He's like, all right, we're gonna do this instead.
Yeah.
Which
For
is
sure. No, for me, it's kind of it's a privilege, to have someone like him on my side. Like I said,
guy's an animal. Like when he talks, you're just like, yep, exactly.
yeah, very, very smart.
Like, I don't know what you're saying, but I agree. Right?
All right. Well, Junior, I understand you recently had a birth of a child, right?
Maria.
Yeah, 23 days ago, and my daughter was born, and man, we are having amazing times. I wasn't supposed to be fighting right now, but thank God, my mother-in-law was able to come from Brazil and help my wife, to take care of our kids and take care of my house. So yeah, things are going good here, and I'm feeling great for this fight too. So I have to be very thankful, for my mother-in-law at this time.
Yeah. So I mean, I remember talking to Stan. I forget what fighter we had on, but they just recently had a kid. And Stan was like, you know what? I don't know if I'm going for that fight. I'm like, yo, dude, I had a kid.
Dos
and it
Anjos.
fucking
RDA.
yeah, RDA had a kid, and Stan was like,
Yeah.
oh man, I didn't know he had a kid. I think that changes who I think's gonna win. I said, no. Like, when you have a kid, you actually want to be out of the house a little bit more, so you train more. and listen, doesn't make you a bad person. Like, you're like JDS, like, you're the most masculine of masculine men on this planet Earth. You're not supposed to be cradling a small 7-pound kid. You're supposed to be out there fucking grabbing saber-toothed tigers by the fucking scruff of the neck, smashing their skulls off stone, and bringing back meat to the table.
Holding that kid up with one arm and then passing him off.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, you have a kid, like, you're not supposed to be like, oh my God, I love you, like, you're so cute. Like, you're supposed to be like, yeah, let me go fucking kill shit. So you're at the gym, and you're killing more shit than you ever have in your life.
Yeah. Actually, it's right like that. I work very hard, like I told you. So I go out, I do everything what I have to do. I train very hard, I work hard. But the best part of the training is to go back home and stay with my family, stay with my kids, take care of my little daughter, take care of my boy, my Bento, my son, So, man, it's everything that's the main reason why we are here, to have our kids to keep this human being going on.
Procreate.
So,
and listen, you have
it
strong
feels-
genes.
Yeah, I cannot put in words what I'm feeling right now. And also, it's also a motivation. It's very good,
Yes.
because it motivates you to go farther, to work harder, and to achieve your dreams. Because now I used to have like goals in the past that I don't even remember anymore. About these goals. Everything in my life now, everything what I think about my life now, even in the future, it's involving my kids. So they are the main reason, of
wanna set an
everything in my
example.
life now.
You want to set
Say
an
it again?
example for them.
Yeah. That's what.
And
Yeah,
set
I have to be.
goals.
Have to be a role model, you know.
Now the thing
It's
is,
important, especially these days.
the thing is, you have very, very big footsteps for your son to follow in, so you might have screwed him. No, I'm just kidding.
Yo, huge footsteps. I shook your hand, and I was like, what the fuck is that thing? Get that thing out of here.
Yeah.
I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2". I'm like 220. Met
he's
Junior,
fat.
but I met Junior. I'm a tall guy. You're short, Menace. I met Junior Dos Santos.
I remember, man. I remember. I was telling my coach, hey, that guy can be a good sparring partner, man.
Oh,
Bring
fuck
him,
that. Bro.
bring him to
right.
us.
Oh, my God.
Let's set it up. Let's set it up.
I used to be a lightweight, Junior, and I've been tall, so I've been getting lumped in with Vellante and LaFleur and all these big fucking guys my whole life. I don't want to spar middleweights, light heavyweights.
Hey.
There's no chance I'm moving around with Junior Dos
Hey,
Santos.
JDS, I've never seen him move around with any of these people he just said.
Yeah, Menace definitely has. He's a hater. But anyway. But I met you. You're a tremendously huge dude. One of the nicest dudes I've ever met.
Yeah.
Do you remember almost beating up?
Thank you.
Do you remember almost beating up our photographer?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he's a little.
How is he? How is he feeling now? Is he fine?
He's doing good. He has a little PTSD.
I'm right here, JDS. How are
That's
you?
good. Good.
Great to hear you.
You're feeling good, bro?
I am, my man. Better to hear you now.
I'm looking forward for the second time that we're gonna meet.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Looking forward to it as well.
That's all you get.
Oh, for sure. When we get off this phone call, JDS, you send me your email. We got some pictures for you from that day. We got some great video or pictures of you sparring Shoeface. No video. They don't allow video at ATT, but great pictures of you sparring Shoeface. And we got to thank you again for joining us, my man.
Yeah, I thank you guys. It was good to be talking with you guys, and looking forward for the next time.
Yeah.
So the order of events: get the title and then get a big boxing fight, right?
Yes, let's do it.
I like it.
Let's make
Makes sense.
history.
Hey, if it makes sense, it makes money, right?
That's it. That's perfect for everybody.
All right, so your fight got moved forward to June 29th against Francis Ngannou. We here at Menace and The Man want to wish you the best of luck. And after you knock him out, let's get you back on the show.
That's it. I will. Thank you very much, guys, and take care.
All right, you're the man, Junior. Thank you very much for joining us.
Well, see you later. Oh, he's such a goddamn sweetheart.
He's awesome. So awesome.
Nicest guy in the world.
I didn't know his English was that good, man. He's great.
He's been around for a minute, right?
I thought his English was worse than it was, and then when we met him at ATT, I was like, oh, no, you're perfect. And then I walked up to him and was like, yo, you're coming on the show. He was like, yeah, man, you let me know.
Whatever you want, my brother.
Yeah, whenever you want. And I wanted to even mention before that, the first time we tried to get him on the show, he was like, I'm coming on the show, and then his daughter was born. So I was like, yo, I feel like the dick trying to get you to do an interview when you're going through childbirth.
Well, you are.
But then you told me.
A little bit, right? A little bit of a dick.
But then you told me how RDA is and the Brazilian guys are.
Yeah.
They don't.
So
manly.
So RDA was getting ready to fight Kevin Lee.
Okay.
And I kind of was just like, and Stan was like, oh, shit. RDA just had a kid. And I was like, yo, bro, when I had my first kid, I was looking for reasons to get out of the house.
I love the honesty.
So training was one of my outs to not have to, like, babysit, if you will. So I was training more than ever. And then it's also like, man, I got a fucking, like, kid now, and I got to represent that kid. Like, let me be as badass as I can be, you know?
Well, wait. Why, Algieri? You really think I'm a dick?
No, he doesn't.
No.
Oh, you're just going with Dennis.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I was just fucking with you.
Because Dennis thinks I'm a dick. But, you know.
No, I don't.
I don't think you
Well, you have times where you're like.
I have moments, absolutely. But I was making sure I didn't rub Algieri the wrong
I
way.
didn't
Like,
know
whoa,
that.
whoa.
I would respect that. I'm
Wow.
okay
Oh,
with
no,
being
I'm a dick. But that's why I was like,
Whoa,
whoa, wait, Algieri, I didn't rub you the wrong way, did I? Because I wasn't
Wow,
trying to.
I love that.
Yeah, because I'm a dick. I know that. That's why it's
No,
asked.
but
love
like,
that.
hang on, Stan. He like, whoa, let me just make sure y'all do it.
Well, even this past weekend, like you were like the announcing guy. I was like, you after we walked away, you were like, Stan, you were a dick right there, and I went,
Yeah.
was I?
So
Like, I don't-
Algieri,
Nice to get checked on that.
Algieri, right?
Let you
You're the guy telling
No,
me.
he knows Mark Frado.
Oh, you know
Oh,
Mark
I know.
Fardo.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he knows Mark Frado well.
So he's doing Facebook Live for the event we were working, right? and he comes up to us. He's trying to give us the rundown, like of what he wants from us to do. Da da da. And as he's doing, Stan's like, just like, Stan's not looking at anything, but just like not looking at fucking you, dude. Like, don't tell me how to do my job that I've done multiple times. So this guy's like talking to Stan. Stan's like, yeah.
I know what I'm doing, motherfucker.
Stan, you crushed it.
Yes.
And you're a professional, but like in my head, I was like, yo.
At first, I could see how I looked.
And because the guy paused multiple times, like, bro, you even paying attention to what I'm telling you?
Are you gonna handle this?
And you're like, yeah. I know what you're saying. Like, yeah, okay.
Well, like, here's what was happening is I handle most of the stuff for Menace and the Man. So where you were listening to him, I had people walking up to me like, Stanley, great to see you tonight. Stanley, great to see you tonight.
Hang on. Same.
And you too.
Same, but I was still looking at him.
But also,
while I was shaking people's hands.
While people were shaking your hand, I was telling you who they were. Like, yeah, this person is this person, this person.
Yeah, I
is
didn't
you
get
know
those things. Yeah.
And you were just like looking at the guy, shaking hands, and then going, Stan, you're a dick. You're not even paying attention to this guy.
Well, I mean, hang on.
And much respect to Mark Frado. I understood where he was coming from. We came super late. New York traffic. You know Algieri. New York traffic's never good heading into the city.
Nightmare.
Heading into Queens. Oh, my goodness. But we killed it.
Oh, hang on. Is HBO want us to do
fucking
something?
Crushed it.
With us?
Yo, like, here's the thing. Like, me and
Word on the
Menace.
street is like HBO wants to work with Menace and the Man.
Fox, CBS Sports, Fox, and HBO.
Oh, we like what we saw.
Have all put out like a, hey, I'll fuck with you guys. Give me a phone call. Give me a meeting. Let's set up something. And we're just in those stages now of setting things up.
We're available. We're for hire.
A great looking Puerto Rican gentleman.
Oh,
a decent looking white American.
You have a great bust.
Imagine if I was in shape, though. I used to be in shape, Algieri.
Yeah, but you have a
great
Yeah, you got great hair, for sure.
Let's get to the book, because the book's going to get me in shape, and I'm going to owe it all to Chris Algieri.
Ooh.
We spoke about this one last time you were on. If there's ever a fighter or a person who needs your help, it's me.
Stan, what's the name of the book?
The Fighter's Lifestyle?
Fighter's Kitchen.
Fighter's Kitchen.
Because abs are made where?
In the kitchen.
Motherfucking kitchen.
Boom.
In the kitchen. And even I remember telling you last time you came on, whenever I've skinnied up, it's off of a diet that Chris Algieri created that he gave to Ryan LaFleur, and Ryan LaFleur sent to me. For real, that's what it is.
I think he's still using the same diet.
Same diet. Oh no, 100.
Hang on.
I gave him in 2013.
I used Chris Algieri's diet for 8 years.
Yeah, 100%.
Always made weight.
If it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
If it ain't
Well,
broke.
I was cutting weight the wrong way, not eating.
As are 99% of people.
Everyone. And then LaFleur was like, yo, are you eating? You look fucked up. And this was like 2000, maybe 11, like a long time ago. And he was like, no, I'm going to give you a diet for my boy. And this is when you were his boy, before you were the Chris Algieri. So he sent me a diet from Chris Algieri.
I was always the Chris Algieri, especially in my mind.
Oh, absolutely. But this is before like the world champion Chris Algieri, before you like made it. And I was like, all right, let me read this diet. And the pounds like fucking dropped off ridiculously. So yeah, Chris, how long have you been a nutritionist or doing this diet thing?
I graduated with my master's degree in 2010.
And you jumped right into it.
I got my certification in 2011 for sports nutrition, and then was working right from there.
How'd you meet Daru? Is Daru part of that umbrella?
Yeah. Where did this crew get established?
The fucking dream team.
Yeah.
Through Corey Peacock, Dr. Corey Peacock down in he is a senior professor down at Nova Southeastern NSU, and he works with a lot of the guys over at HK Kickboxing. Works with some of those guys down there.
I see. He comes and just watches workouts. And
Corey's fucking brilliant.
Works with guys off of what they've done, what he's seen.
Corey's my partner, so we work. Every fighter that I work with, he works with. Every fighter that he works with, I work with. Me and Corey work like hand in hand.
So Jacobs, he works with a little bit too.
Jacobs is different. He's he's at a different shelf.
Got you.
Jacobs is funny. Jacobs, like our relationship, my relationship with Jacob is much more of like a personal to work relationship.
Now, is there any chance we could? I'm gonna throw shit at the wall, see if it sticks. Mm-hmm. There's no chance we can call him right now, right?
There's a chance.
Well, yo, we booked Jacobs on the show that one night at
you?
the Paramount. Yeah, and he was like, "Yo, you guys want my number?" He almost didn't believe.
He didn't give us our number.
No.
But he's like,
no.
Go ahead, say it.
He didn't believe that we knew Algieri because we were like, "Yo, we're Algieri's boy," and he went, He went, "You know what? Get my number from Algieri."
That's a smart move.
But literally, that was a Saturday night when you fought your last fight at the Paramount.
Yep.
3 days later, it was, he's fighting May 4th against Triple G. So it was like, all right, now he's probably almost ungettable.
He's one of those guys I don't want to throw off guard.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
you're live.
Yeah. Danny's,
He's straight.
And he's
like,
also,
But I would love
he
for,
also
like,
just
yo.
came off the Canelo fight. He's still coming down from that. Like, and that, like, I understand
Hang on.
being in big fights.
I don't want to talk about that at all.
No.
No. Well, you
No,
saw.
I don't mean that in terms of that. Like, just in terms of, like, his availability.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah,
I've only
I
spoke to
know.
him once since the fight.
Well, yeah, when you fight Triple G, he's one of the top 3 upper echelon boxers,
Like-
media-wise, in the world. You're going to get interviewed fucking out the ass.
Yeah, like Chris,
And then
if
he
you
fought fucking
Chris,
Canelo.
if you were to call
Out the
him right now
ass.
on your own, what would the like?
Oh, no, he
what
fought
up?
Canelo. Yeah.
Like-
If me and Danny just we'd be like, "What's up, bro?" Nothing, shit. But what's going on? What do you got coming up? I don't know. Probably go to LA. Cool. Want to roll? Yup. that would be it.
Well,
Oh,
even
he's a
correction.
very-
That's what I meant to say.
That's how we would interact. Yeah, we're very to the point. What's up, bro? You know, like it would be very much like
Not
yo,
like, how was your day, honey?
Nah.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you're calling me. What's up? What are we doing? You know,
Right.
that's more like, what are we doing? You know, like,
Right.
all right, what's up?
Oh, yeah, he seemed very Boise with you, like I said.
Nah,
chance
that's my boy.
you could text him for. Hang on, I want to talk to him for 5 minutes. Like, yo,
Just say hello and come back on.
Hey, I
Wait.
want to give him like
6
how
minute-
was-
6
how
minute
was-
interview.
How was your day? What'd you eat today?
Well, no, the 6-minute
No,
preview
that's
interview.
gay.
That's so gay.
We like to do like a 5-6 minute preview interview where we like,
Preview
hey man,
of what?
the preview interview where we're like, hey man, we're just
we
doing a
wanna have you on
preview
again.
and we want to have you on again. This is just showing you that we're not fucking douchebag journalists. We want to talk to you about,
I bet we can get him on. We
You
can give
know.
it a bit of an advance. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
No, what I'm saying, we're kind of like, can we set it up right now? Like, yo, what up, champ?
Menace is kind of like
Yo,
that, but yeah, you can
Big
shoot a text
fans.
and see what happens.
We fucks with you. We got Algieri in the studio. Like, give us
And
a
even-
street fight you've been in.
Well, no,
We'll haunt you later.
Yeah, like we want to talk about street fights.
That kid's got good
I
stories.
know he does.
He's got good stories. So I have pictures. So my brother is a police officer in East New York. He's literally like has stories of
He looks like you, but a little more bulky.
yeah, a little bulky, a little more like serpent.
Would you say he has better hair?
No, definitely not.
no,
Oh,
no chance.
he-
No
yeah.
chance.
No.
No.
He's got the horseshoe. Going,
I'd say he's got a
right?
better beard, but
Yeah, that's where I was going.
got a
with.
good
Sorry.
beard, a really
Yeah,
good beard,
Great beard.
good, better.
He's got
finish.
it's starting.
He's
the
got like that
fucking-
kind of like peaking widow's
Yeah.
peaking.
Yeah.
No, receding hairline
I mean-
kind of thing.
great widow's peak though, right?
Yeah, no.
We're gonna
My
give him anything.
brother's like he's a legend in the street, but yeah, he's he's been literally walking the streets of Brooklyn and seeing like Danny like on like.
Can we just
On
send?
a suit.
Can we just send the text?
I already sent it.
Oh, damn.
Oh, so Danny's still in Brooklyn.
Danny is
He ain't
a whole
leaving.
body. No, he's
Lifer.
He's all over.
So now here's a great question I got now. Chris Algieri. I remember before you fought, I think it was Pacquiao. You were still living at home, like living in the Algieri compound. Not even at home, the Algieri compound.
Yeah.
Like
St-
I
still
love
is.
that. Still, right?
Yeah. No, I don't live there anymore. No.
You moved out?
Yeah. I own the house, but I don't.
Oh my god! But even I love that. Like being
I do
close
too.
with your family, the whole
I
nine.
spent the
like, yeah.
entire. So I got home from Manhattan after my fight on Sunday afternoon, and I was at my parents' home, my family home from Sunday afternoon. We barbecued at the house with the family. I was there till yesterday
oh my
night.
God. Can we go into? Hang on.
Dude, you gotta come to a
Can we do a
barbecue.
live
my
episode at
God.
the Algieri
Bro,
compound? I would love
bro,
Can
dude. Can we do an Algieri barbecue? Like, it's not even a
I'm
cooking
shaking.
with the
I'm
menace.
shaking on it right now.
Like cooking
to.
with the menace.
Maybe get Jacobs to that. Would Jacobs come to that?
So we should. All right, we'll do that. We'll do a gym party barbecue, and you guys come.
You
Bro.
know who else we want that
Hang on,
you could
hang on,
definitely
Stan,
help us with
Stan,
is
shut the
Keith.
fuck up.
Keith.
I'm not done yet.
Trimble. We would love to get
Oh,
Trimble on the
no,
show
I
as
want
well.
Keith. Keith
on,
there,
yeah.
Sure will be there.
Hang on,
Sure.
bro. The pictures this man puts up of the grill and like how big the grill is
Slays.
with what's on
Slays.
it. It's like, did you kill 7 pigs in the backyard and now it's on the grill?
And then we went and got more because it was just not enough.
Algieri's Instagram makes me feel bad all the time because I'll eat some shitty food and then I'll watch his shit and see he's cooking peppers, onions, and like a meat, and I'm like, fuck, I should have went that route.
Oh, guys, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing a Menace and the Man live. From the Algieri compound.
Frank, get your goddamn camera guy. We're going to the Algieri compound, and we're doing Cook with Menace there.
Well, that's even
HBO did it. We'll do it this way.
From the HBO thing is where I got into it, and I remember seeing like your dad's a character.
If we did a pig roast, because like you got bring your shit. That's a whole day. Pig roast is literally like it's 12 hours, like it's all day.
I got guys.
And now that's one of the things I love about you.
The man is
you're so deep into nutrition that like I've heard you talk about how like you can eat bad food. Like, not bad food, but, like, you can have a cheeseburger. You can have a slice of pizza.
I eat everything. Like I said, even my camp, like, I'm not restricted. I was talking to Michael Camp, Dr. Camp, about this, who you know very well, who's my strength coach and my physical therapist. He's like, what's your, like, you know, now your fight's over, like, what's your go-to food? I'm like, Mike, it doesn't really change. Like, I eat bagels during camp. He's like, oh, I love bagels. I wish I had a bagel. I'm like, dude, I ate bagels in camp.
Oh.
My
camp is like, I haven't had carbs since 04.
Yeah, he's very restricted.
I'm like, how?
I'm like, fuck that.
Well, that's what I noticed about him and even Tony Ricci. They're on like they're
different levels, guys.
Cutting edge though. Like I remember you saying like, oh, you could have pizza, you could have a cheeseburger, and me being like, wait, every day? No, in moderation with the right diet. And then your right diet, like every time I see on Instagram you with a plate of food, it's a fucking plate this big.
I eat.
Yeah, you're eating.
I eat.
But it's healthy shit. You're eating the right shit. You know
what's
you're doing.
What's on the plate, Stan?
Like, just, he's fucking smart. Like, sweet potatoes. And then a low carb, like a high protein meat here. And then.
A low carb, high protein
You know what
meat?
I mean? Like, I'm saying low
What do you mean?
I'm saying low carb in the sense he's eating, like, rice or he's eating fucking sweet potatoes for the low carb.
But they're kind of high in carbs.
Sweet potatoes?
Yeah.
But they're lower carb than.
No. All right, so hang on. So
a regular potato or anything else you're going to eat?
I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, I know. You're being a douchebag.
No, so there are carbohydrates that are more like.
I know more about diets than Stan. Watch me fuck them up right now. That's what you're doing there.
No, I'm just trying to inform the people on what you don't know.
I always forget that there's people watching.
Yeah. There are. So, like, you could. Like, for example, beer has carbohydrates in it, right?
Liquid bread.
Yep.
Then, like, a sweet potato has carbohydrates in it.
Yep.
But the sweet potato has
fiber.
Better carbohydrates in it that are, like, your body takes more effectively and uses well.
Like, alcohol has little nutritional value, especially, like, spirits, like liquor.
So,
beer actually has some, like,
what do they say?
what
do they call that? Like, zero, like, wasted calories.
There's net carbs and there's wasted calories. So if there's no nutritional content to the food, then it's almost like wasted calories. But I don't think about that. Like it depends on what you're eating, what you're drinking. Like right now I'm drinking beer. Beer is not necessarily a wasted calorie. It's definitely a high calorie item. But there's certain antioxidants and phytonutrients in beer that are actually pretty healthy for you, and there's like yeast and things like that.
So I've noticed if I knock down 12 beers in one night, I may want Taco Bell, but if I fight Taco Bell that crave in the morning, I am not hungry until fucking noon.
Yep.
Because alcohol
you put a lot of carbs in your body late at night.
Right.
But I mean, even depending on the kind of beer that you're drinking, there's not that much carbs. Like, you're not carbo loading with beer.
Yeah, but there's a ton of calories.
A lot of calories, yeah. Because alcohol is 7 calories per gram.
Because I love how people are like, I don't know how to fucking lose weight. Well, bitch.
Stop drinking, bitch.
Well, no. Burn more calories than you're taking in.
Well, that's the end of the day, that's the fucking story. People are like, yo, how do I lose weight? I'm like, I don't know, move more than you eat. What do you mean? I'm hungry all the time. Eat more. Like, yeah, but then I don't want to gain weight. Move more. It's not that hard.
Like, simple science. Yep. Like, everybody that's watching this right now has time to move at least 4 to 5 miles a day. Easy. I don't even care if you fucking work a 12-hour shift. You still have time to move 4 to 5 miles a day.
Yep.
Like even if you, let's say you walked 5 miles, how long would that take?
They have great trackers now. Like I'm wearing a Polar watch right now. These things are fucking awesome. Like I know how many calories they're burning a day.
How long would, let's say you worked your full day, like, I'm tired.
Well, it depends what your job is. If your job is sitting at a fucking desk, you're not moving that much.
Yeah.
You take the elevator to work and you fucking park really close. And
Hang on. When I see an escalator and I see stairs, guess what I
Yeah,
take?
you take the fucking stairs.
Because fucking I want to be better than the next fucking guy. You know who takes the escalator?
Stairs.
Stan.
I take stairs. Well, I have a broken leg, so that's why I take
How long ago did it break, Stan?
I have metal in my fucking leg,
Stan!
Dennis. You never heal from it.
Stan.
So, Algieri.
Stan.
I got metal on my
answer the
hand. I
question.
still punch people.
Well, no.
Stan,
Here.
answer Stan. Oh,
No,
I
no.
love that. I love that. Hang on. Ready for this?
Algieri's super
Stan,
smart, was almost a
Stan.
doctor. Have you ever heard of a pylon fracture?
Yeah.
They're not, you don't
That
recover
sucks.
from
How the
them.
fuck did you do that?
Defending a
pussy?
takedown. But here,
Hey, he got taken down.
when I met doctors,
Yeah,
no. Ex-John, I defended the takedown. I didn't get taken down. I defended that takedown. But when I went to the doctors, they were like, yeah, like Anderson Silva, Paul George, all these guys that you've seen break their legs, they were luckier than you. What you did, you fucked yourself up.
That sucks.
Pylon fractures
All
are
right.
really fucked
So
up.
we're talking to someone who knows the body. Hang on. I give you a hard time because I want you to overcome it.
Yes, absolutely. You're a
When was
you're a
that? How
tough
long
love
ago was
coach. January of 2017.
Oh, it wasn't even that long ago. Fuck.
Yeah, but I should have made the comeback by now, but I have like a thing in
Well,
my
you
head.
got the Fighter's Kitchen now, so.
Oh, 100%. Well, even there, that's where I was going to segue to. Is the Fighter's Kitchen almost cooking for dummies, or do I need to know how to cook to understand it? Or
Guy, all right, so this is a big thing that I have to tell
Can
people.
you
Like,
read?
I'm not a chef. Like I'm not a chef. People are like, oh,
Bullshit. You're a chef.
People are like, I didn't know you were a chef. I'm like, I'm not a fucking chef. A lot of the recipes that are in that book I developed while in training camps, living in hotels.
wow.
Hotels on hot plates.
So you really don't consider yourself a chef?
No, I'm 100% not a chef.
Well,
You post a lot of food porn. Like
Doesn't
you're a
matter.
chef.
I'm not a chef.
he's an artist.
Yo,
Thank you.
you are an artist.
I'm an artist. I am not a chef. I'm an artist. I was an artist before I was ever a cook. I am a cook at best. I am by far not a chef. I will never take anything away from chefs. They are incredible people. They're trained at what they do.
Yeah.
That's like saying like I'm a doctor. I'm not. You know, I'm not a fucking chef either. I didn't go to school for it.
But you're smart as shit in those areas a little bit.
I
Yes.
do my homework.
Well, like I was saying, I watch Dennis's Instagram, and he obviously insults me a lot, so I feel bad. Like, oh, he's insulting me, but I don't really feel bad. But then I watch your Instagram, and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's on point, like 24/7. Like his breakfast, lunch, and dinner, even not in training camp, is a healthy meal.
Yeah, it doesn't change much for me. Honestly.
Following Chris Algieri and being a professional fighter affected my career.
Yeah, good luck.
I
Yeah.
think it has affected a lot of careers.
Well, no,
A
I'm
lot of
saying,
guys
like-
reach out to me.
I just finished fighting. So this guy, we fought like a week apart. He's eating clean. I'm eating fucking pizza and fucking. I drank a case of beer last night.
Well, that's the only thing that changes for me between fight camp and not fight camp is beer. I fucking love beer. I drink a lot of beer. I drink beer. I try to drink beer every day. I really do. People ask me, "Oh, you drink beer?" I'm like, "Yeah, I try to."
I'm actually trying
Every
to
day?
limit it
Beer?
now. Well, so since I've been retired, I've been trying to run more.
Okay.
I set this goal for myself. I
Beer
want to run.
helps with running.
Hang on.
though.
I want to run from Long Island Maid to Montauk.
That's cool. How
80.
is that?
What is it? 88 miles, right?
88 miles.
My buddy Luke will do that with you. He's a doctor.
Is that the guy who... Hang on. Did you do your birthday run?
Yeah, that's the guy doing birthdays.
I know.
Yeah, always.
You never hit me up.
Dude, so my friend Luke, he runs.
Ugh.
He'll run 17-mile runs 3 days in a row. He'll do the 88 with you, 100%. I won't, but he will. That's how I retire. When I'm done fighting, I'll do things like that because I'm just worried.
So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, you're there. That's fine. But Luke, he'll do them with you.
I'm setting... So I was... In my head, I was like planning on doing it like in the fall. But right now, the track that I'm like... I'm starting a job with PSEG.
Yeah. Dude, you can still fucking do that.
Hang
man.
on. 1,000%. But I think I'm just going to push it back 1 year. And just start... So I've been running
Yeah.
way more lately.
That's great. That's awesome.
And
Yo, you want to hear something crazy?
Like I'll go with Stan. I'll be hungover and like, let's go for a run. Hang on, I'm foggy. Let's go for a 4-miler. Let's try and clear it out.
I like it. I'm a runner.
I don't necessarily feel better after it, but I feel accomplished.
I'm a runner. I always feel better when I run. My body mechanics are really good for running. So like when I wake up and I'm like fucked up and I go for a run, I feel better. I have like hip pain, whatever. I go for a run, I feel better. Very different than most people. That's just my mechanics, and you have to understand your body for that. No, listen to this. I pulled my hamstring so bad the week before my fight.
Really?
So
This
fucking
last
bad.
one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
10 days before the fight, running sprints, last sprints. I'm
Bang.
talking pop, like walking, limping home on a Tuesday, calling Dr. Mike Camp, being like, I just pulled my hamstring. I don't know how bad this is. He's like, how bad? I'm like, I'm limping home. I'm walking on my toes back to my apartment.
Wow.
I had literally was getting treated every single fucking day for my
I
hamstring.
tell you what, man. Michael Camp is an assassin.
Midas touch.
Bro.
Midas touch.
Bro, do you remember Davidius?
Yeah.
He hyperextended my... I was helping him get ready for a fight. Just, hey, man, I'll help you out. Just finish the Ultimate Fighter. Like, let me help you, whatever. He hyperextended my... Like, he armbarred me. And you know how the Russians are.
Right before the
I know
Brandao fight.
he's not Russian.
Right before the Brandao fight,
But, like,
right?
I don't... Where's he from? Ukraine or some shit?
Whatever, it was Eastern
Like, whatever.
Bloc,
I
yeah.
consider him Russian. They don't play for, like, oh... They need, like... Or, like, let's say you get you in a position where you should tap. And I could be like, oh, I could tap you here and I'll let it go. No. They need to feel this. Like, hard smacking. Right? So this dude, my elbow goes... Pops. I'm like, you motherfucker. So I tap,
Motherfucker.
whatever. Get out. I'm like, yo, that fucking happened. I did 3 more rounds with this motherfucker, and I beat the fucking shit out of him. Like, yo, that was fucked up what you did. The next day, my elbow was this big, Chris.
Yeah.
Well, now, was that right before Brandao?
Yo,
That
I
was what
hang
fucked
on.
up your arm before
I
Brandao,
was
right?
4 weeks out. I go to
Yeah.
Mike. My elbow is purple, blue, the whole Jesus.
Lithuanian
Lithuanian.
is what the video is.
Black
Yeah.
Widow.
Yeah, same shit though.
Similar. Northeast.
Like they don't.
Oh, so you had, what are those called again?
KT tape.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mike, like you said, Mike can't. He's the Midas fucking touch. Literally, you go to that guy with career-ending injuries, and he's like, "You're good."
John
John
Amato.
Dr. John. He did a lot of work on my hamstring. He's awesome.
Huge on that tape.
He was the guy that I was going to who was taped me up for training the whole week, the whole time.
Wow.
So I was 10 days before the fight, pulled the hamstring really bad bruising on my Achilles.
So was
you
John
did-
Amato coming to your training session taping up, or you had to go hit?
I was going to his house so he could tape me up in his garage
Wow.
on my
So
way to training.
when you tore it, you didn't shut it down. You kept training.
Well,
I
hang on.
I missed one sparring session.
Out of the advice of Mike Camp and John Amato
They said not to do. They didn't want me to spar that last time. I had to spar. It was my last sparring
for your
session.
mental.
Yeah, 100%. From a fighter's mental, I was fighting a 12-rounder, but I was like, I need to get 8 in. And it was 3 days after I tore my hamstring, and I was like,
And
fuck
you
it.
got it done in 7.
And I got the fight done. The fight went 8. Yeah, it went 8.
Wow.
Oh, shit, that's funny. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, the fight went full 8 rounds. Then he quit at the end of the 8th. But yeah, wow. That makes
Did
sense.
you watch that fight, Menace, yet? Him versus Tommy Coyle?
Yeah.
The body work was
He
fucking
went. Hang on.
amazing.
I was like, I know what that feels like.
Amazing, though.
I know what that
I was
feels
relentless
like.
that night. I was really trying to.
You were relentless with the body work. Like, more so than other boxers almost. Like, your body work was fucking amazing that night. Like, me growing up like a student of boxing, I grew up on boxing before MMA. You never see people go to the body like that. Like, you were almost, at one point, what killed me, you were getting him with your feints, and then when he would cover up,
Bang, bang.
Bang.
I was throwing combinations to the body, yeah.
oh, that's what I'm saying, combinations. You didn't even go to the head. You were like 3-piece,
4
4-piece.
to the body.
Yeah.
Uppercut hook on both sides and then get out. It was dangerous because we got a shorter guy and like even a lot of the facial damage, like people are like, oh my god, your eyes. The eyes are never a problem at all. It was just facial swelling, but like we were banging heads a lot. I got a shorter guy and I'm trying to get to his body, so I gotta like reach around and get low, and his head was right there. he landed some good shots too, which definitely didn't help with the eyes. But the eyes are never an issue.
Well, even that, like on your comeback trail now, that guy's a fucking stud.
No, it's cool. Tommy's
That was your
beast.
step back up into the upper echelon.
I was excited for this fight because I knew he was a dangerous, tough guy.
So what's that like? Because I've gotten ready for guys. I'm like, this guy's not at my level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's hard to mentally get prepared to fight someone who you think like.
No, Coyle's that
No,
level.
I know.
Coyle's
Hang on.
fucking good.
I know that, and that's why he said I'm as excited to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
But you've been there.
Yeah.
How many times would you say you've been like, oh my god, this guy?
Well, my first 2 fights back were like that. It was like my first fight, I fought a guy who was like, he was like a 12-10 guy.
Now, how do you overcome that?
That one wasn't hard because I was so scared because I haven't fought in so long.
Oh.
I was like 2.5 years. Like I'm like maybe I don't have it.
Hang on. So, which brings it back to Maldonado.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, oh, he hasn't fought in 2 years, and like I don't know if he's like.
That's why I said it. I was terrified of that fight, and I was like, yo, if I lose a round in this fight, I'm quitting.
Your first fight back at the Paramount.
My first fight back at the Paramount, I fought a very tough guy, very very tough guy, and he's gone the distance with everybody. He won 3 rounds against Robert Easter. Like he's a very very tough guy. And I said, if I lose a round against this guy, I'm quitting. Because he's just our matchup, he just had no chance. Very, very tough guy, but I was terrified. Because he could punch, too.
Yeah.
Like, he's a hard puncher, and I was just like, I'm like, yo,
Well,
I don't know if my chin is there anymore.
We had on Cejudo earlier, and I was telling him, hey, you're Mexican, I'm Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one thing that Latinos don't do is fucking quit.
Yeah.
Like, I will fucking claw your eyes out before you fucking beat me type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you went against a very, like, he's Puerto Rican to the fucking bone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like...
Well, yeah, we were at that fight. We were at the Angel Hernandez fight. We were at your first fight back. Yeah, that's the fight we were at.
He's a super tough dude.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys who pushes you and makes you go the distance. And, like, his record sucks, but, like, he's in there. And, like, maybe if he had the right training and the right coaches,
training
he'd
partner.
probably be really good. Yeah.
Great training partner.
So it was a good comeback fight.
And now the
But
next
I was
fight,
terrified of that fight.
you versus Gonzalez, he was your training partner, right?
He
that
was the guy
the
I
fight.
actually trained with. Yeah. I had the flu that week. I felt fucking... I've never felt so bad in a fight the way that I felt that night.
So now, you knowing so much about the way the body works and nutrition, do fighters sometimes catch like the flu or sickness as they start?
Happens a lot.
As they start coming
Happens
down.
often. Yeah, it happens often. Sergio Mora was the commentator for my fight the other night, and someone was like, "Hey, well, Chris faded his last fight. Do you suspect him to fade this time?" And Sergio was like, "No, Chris said he had the flu, and every fighter knows what that's like.
Yeah.
It happens. Yo, listen, that's our job. Fighting is our job.
Hey.
You don't always want to go to your job.
Knock on wood, never happened to
God
me.
bless you.
I would like to think it's because...
Puerto Rican people don't get sick?
No, like...
It's because the diet that Chris Algieri gave you. Really.
Shortcuts. So I put up a post, like, I don't know, a couple days ago, like, dentistry, not a shortcut.
Yeah.
Like,
Dentistry,
I've
I like
always done everything
As
best
someone
I
who's
could
helped,
do.
I would think Chris, too.
As someone who's helped, listen. As someone who's helped Dennis in his career from an outside third person perspective, I can attest to that. The guy does everything you fucking tell him to do. He questions everything. You're very meticulous.
Well, why? You know what I mean? Like, I want to know exactly why. And, like, 'cause I've had, like, so Chris never had, actually, he's been around nephews that probably have been sick and shit like that while you're in training camp. Hang on. I've had, like, my son sick. Never. And then the girl I was with sick. Full blown. And I'd be in, like, fucking missed training camp and nothing. I think whatever they maybe had just went, like, and went out sweat within, like, an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was constantly,
All
like,
right, let me get real fucking nerdy on you guys. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Okay. So, there's an aspect of survival where you're attracted to the opposite sex of people who have an opposite immune system of yourself. So
Really?
The people you end with, generally the people you end up with, don't make you sick, because that would, in nature, that would be a problem, right? If you're both sick and trying to raise a child, it's a fucking problem. in nature, you're literally attracted via pheromones to someone who is an opposite immune system of yourself.
So the reason why I had kids with my kid's mom,
Most likely. is
she's
that
5,
Does she smell
8.
good? Does she smell good? To you?
She doesn't smell bad.
So
That's good.
A lot of it's related to
Her brother's 6'7".
Oh, so you went for
So I mean, in my
a breeder.
1,000,000%. Hang on.
Menace was like, I'm gonna change this
No,
Bermuda's height thing.
Hang on. Subconsciously, I remember being like driving and thinking it because I had dated her for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we ever had kids, it wouldn't be the worst thing because she's tall.
Because she's tall. How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
7.
I'm 5'7".
I should use you for sparring for Coil. Fuck.
I'm really
I
5'6".
know. We just talked about that. We just talked
Yeah.
about this on the.
I'm really 5'6".
When
5'6" and 1.
Always go
Dos
the
Santos.
inch up unless she pulls out the tape measure. Then you're like, all right, well, fucking.
I tell people I'm 6'3". I'm certainly 5'10".
Bro, but your aura when you walk into a room, though, I'm sure
yeah.
is.
Oh my!
Big dick swinging,
gosh.
6'3"
Oh.
guy. Yeah.
We had what's his name, Juan Adams on the show, who put it the best. He's like, hey man, big dick energy. That's what that is right there. Big dick energy. I walk into a room and it's whatever.
Who is this?
Juan Adams. He's about to
Juan.
fight. You know Greg Hardy.
Yeah.
He's about to fight Greg Hardy.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to get Greg. Hang on, Greg Hardy was on my like the last time I fought. He was on like
Yeah.
I was like, "Are we best friends?" He's like,
Yep.
"Yep."
You need
Are
to
we
get
gonna
to
do
him.
karate
'Cause
Easy.
in the garage
his
right now?
managers
Yep.
won't let him do interviews, pretty much.
All right, I got
Because
that.
they think journalists, obviously the complete opposite of Menace and The Man. We don't give a fuck about your domestic violence things. We want to talk about fighting.
Well, you just said it.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, every journalist wants to
Right.
be like, hey, man, why are you fighting? The girl's on the card. She got beat up by her boyfriend. Why are you on the same card as her? I don't care about that shit. I want to be like, hey,
I
man.
want to play Clash of Clans with that guy.
Yeah, like, we want to... Like, Chris, you'll get it. Journalism is a dirty business.
Yeah.
Me and Menace are on this like, hey, man, let's be the most positive motherfuckers we could be.
All right, you
I
know
want to
the-
choke a lot of journalists. Fucking-
So what's some crazy shit they've said to you? You're like, yo, I will headbutt you right now.
Oh my god! Yeah, they just it's the way they say it. If you come to me out of the side of your mouth, I'm notorious for fucking shutting guys down when they say shit to me. Like, oh, what makes you think you're gonna win this fight? I'm like, fuck.
The fuck you talking? Yeah, what the
Who
fuck?
the fuck are
What the
you?
fuck you talking about?
You've never won a fight. You
Right.
Hey,
Who
you
are
ain't
you
win a
to-
fight against your sister.
Exactly. Who the fuck are you? You got beat up in a bar 6 months ago, and
Like, I'll flinch at you and beat you up.
You know what I find happens a lot is they go to ask a question and then they go, oh shit, it's my turn. Well, your last fight you lost and you got knocked out. What did that feel like? Like they just ask like the most dumbest fucking
it felt
thing.
like when you're trying to fuck your girl and you couldn't get your dick up. So go fuck yourself. How about
Exactly.
that?
Like, yeah, you want to answer them back. Like, well, it feels like when a girl fucking says you're a piece of shit and you don't want to talk to you. Now, I don't want to talk to you
No,
either.
like Chris said.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, what Chris said.
Yeah, like you don't even want to answer the question because they ask such a stupid fucking question.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, the camera's on the fight or not. And I've been there. You know, I mean, not
Because it doesn't matter what
to-
they, you're right. It doesn't matter what they say. It matters what the fighter says.
Right. So, like, they could say something crazy. You can just give them the death look, but, like, you're incriminated.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they win again. You know, it's like
Now, the best person, like, I think the best person ever is Mike Tyson. Yeah? Fuck
I'll
you.
fuck you till you love me.
Yeah. I was like, oh, my God. Like,
Up there.
Wow. Okay, I'm
Well,
scared.
Tyson went with it with like rage and fear or anger and
also
fear.
at a time where that was acceptable.
You could look at a person like McGregor who goes at it with wit, or you know the witty guys. I
Do journalists really attack him, though?
think. Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. I saw. There's a video out there where a journalist walks up to him and is like, "Connor, what do you have to say about the baby mamas and whatnot?" And he goes,
Oof.
You, fuck you." And then as he's walking away, someone else, like his entourage, goes, "Yeah, fuck you. You heard him. Fuck you." You know, like. But even that,
But that's like incriminating almost.
but just we
The
talked.
journalist wins there. They got
Right.
what
They
they
got the shot.
wanted. They got the result.
We talked to Ali about it. You know, Ali Abdelaziz.
Yeah.
We talk to him all the time. We want to be the fighter show. we don't want to focus on the negative aspect with the fighting because this sport, and you know, Chris, this sport's so fucked up and dark that why would we focus on that?
Like, you're already, like, win or lose. Sometimes,
Yeah.
like, you're by yourself.
Every single
Loneliest
journalist,
fucking sport in the world.
every journalist that goes to the dark side, they've never competed. They've never done anything. Like, I grew up around Dennis. I grew up, Ryan LaFlair I've known since I was like 7 years old. Phil Baroni's my
Yeah, you
cousin.
didn't grow up around me.
I was talking to Phil on Instagram the other day.
But
I
you
fucking
get what I
Oh,
mean.
love
yikes.
Phil.
I'm not going
love
to ask
Phil.
jerk off questions like, hey, man, you
Phil's
lost
a
your
fucking
last
legend.
fight. You know what I mean?
Baroni's a legend.
Hang on, should we call
Legend.
him right now? We could.
Can we? Let's call Baroni.
Oh, we could.
Call
Hang
Phil
on.
Baroni.
Bro, he's probably...
He's on Vegas time. He's definitely up. That's
He's,
Oh, my God.
He's on Cali time. He's probably
Anytime
down.
we get Phil
he might
on,
be in. He might be in the gym though.
no chance.
Yo, he would answer in the gym. He loves Menace and The Man.
I love fucking Phil.
Actually,
Loves
hang on.
Madison Square
Is he actually our first three-timer, or is he
No, Jessica, I was our first.
Jessica's
two-timer.
our first, but hang on, he was the second, no?
We'll make Phil our first four-timer if you want. Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking.
We
Phil
actually want
Baroni.
to start up like a Phil Baroni segment.
But even that, like, I've grown up in this sport and I've seen I've watched the interviews and then seen a jerk off journalist ask someone I know.
I've been saying it since 2010. I'll watch Phil do fucking laundry.
Oh my God, forget about it. But here's like when I see a jerk off journalist ask like a stupid question, I'm like, man, like you just killed your whole fucking interview.
I didn't bring enough beers. Holy shit.
No, we got
some for you.
No.
We got some for you.
a couple of G Fuels for you.
So here, Ant, switch us up real quick. I'm gonna use the men's room. Algieri and Dennis talk about some training stories, beating each other up. I'll be right back.
Can we call Phil?
I'm gonna walk out the room and call him.
No, call him. Put him on the fucking thing.
Well, let me use the men's room. You want to just call him live?
Yeah. That's what Menace and The Man is all about, dude. And if we don't get him, I'll leave a fucking weird voicemail. Chris, you gonna add to it?
Fuck yeah, I am.
All right. Yeah, I love that. Oh,
Kill
dude,
the body.
completely shredded.
Kill the body.
Is it ringing?
That looks wider than you threw it.
Is it
On the
oh,
replay, it looked like you threw it like so.
That's probably
short.
full.
So short. To me, I was like, wow.
That wasn't the one that did it though.
Bro, that was massive.
Is it ringing?
No, hold on.
I love this.
Yeah. Hang on. I watched that. You saw his non-pickwood face, and you were like, "Yep."
Yep.
Yo,
Phil.
what's up?
Yo, Phil, it's Chris Algieri here.
Hey, what's up? How you doing, brother?
Good, man. We were just talking about you. You're a fucking legend. I miss you, man.
Thanks.
Phil,
Thanks.
tell me about stories with Chris Algieri.
Keith Trimble, Belmar Kickboxing.
Can you give me anything, or what's going on right now?
No, man, I gotta plead the fifth on those. You know, Keith, you don't like to tell no fucking stories.
We're gonna have Keith on the show soon. You know that, right?
No, I don't know that.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck getting Keith on here.
I told Stan that it's gonna be tough.
That
but
you're gonna get him?
no, it's gonna be tough getting him.
That's
He's
gonna
like,
be really
no,
tough.
I think he'll do it.
I don't know.
I think that's a tough one.
That's a stretch.
I would have to go to his house. No.
Yeah.
He's definitely not coming here. No way.
Yeah, no chance.
I think if we do it at my house, we do the barbecue, he'll be there.
Ooh,
That's
here
how we get
go.
him. Yo, Phil, what's going on, man? What are you up to?
Man, I'm about to roll some jits. I'm at the Diaz Academy. I'm looking for a shirt in my car.
Hang on, are you fighting bare knuckle boxing?
I don't know what I'm doing. We'll see. Doing something soon.
Love it.
Yo, Phil, whatever you're doing, bro, I'm watching. I'm
Thanks,
watching.
man.
I will watch.
Every
I will watch
time.
you do fucking laundry. I have been a fan of you since fucking early 2000s, man. You're the man.
New York badass.
New York fucking badass.
Oh, but that's got to feel good, Phil. We're sitting here, and boxing world champion Chris Algieri was like, yo, let's call Phil. Let's call Phil.
Well, I didn't say that. I said Phil is a fucking man. Is an absolute legend.
Then I
and
said,
then you're like, let's call him.
Then
And
I
was like,
said, let's call
mean,
Phil. Dennis the Menace said, let's call Phil.
Thanks.
Happy you picked up, man.
Love that you picked up, Phil.
I'm about to go try and choke some dudes.
Where you training at? Nate Diaz's school?
Yeah, I'm here right now. I'm about to go in there.
Is Matt with you?
No, I'm solo.
Oh, I was gonna say yoke Matt out for me.
Yo,
Yeah.
Phil, I know you didn't have a story, but I got a story for you. So
All right, bro.
I moved to Las Vegas back in 2010, and I was with Tim Lane, and we had a house, but we had we had nothing. We had fucking nothing, and you gave us an orange couch.
Oh yeah.
Remember that couch? That fucking
Yeah.
crazy
I remember.
shaped, like super bright orange couch.
You didn't like it?
No, Phil, I loved it. I slept on that motherfucker. I slept on that fucking thing. Watched TV. Forget it. I spent a lot of nights on that couch.
Phil, how many girls do you nail on that couch?
Exactly. Phil, he told me that. He was like, I fucked a lot of girls on this couch.
What number would you say?
I don't know.
At
not
least
sure
10.
about-
At least 10, right?
The couch was walking out of my house on its own.
That couch is fucking Yo, guys, you don't understand what this couch looked like. It was fucking bright orange. It was the weirdest. It was such a weird shape. It was-
Yeah.
couch had legs.
Phil, you're amazing.
Fucking awesome.
Fucking love you. When are you coming back to New York? That's what we really need to know.
I hope soon.
The New York badass in New
Hang
York. Come on.
hang on. Summer's approaching, my friend.
We're here.
And Long Island is hopping. You know that
Yeah, I
firsthand.
gotta come home. I gotta figure it out. Yeah.
You gotta get over to Fire Island, start knocking down fucking, what are they, jet fuels?
Jet fuels. Let that chest hair out, bro. That's
Oh
fucking-
my gosh, start throwing girls over your shoulder.
Forget it.
Oh, look at him.
Oh my
you
God.
You got semi just thinking about it.
He remembers.
Volleyball.
Volleyball? Yo, hang on. What if we started our own Madison the Man team and you were on it? It's
team?
like me, you, Algieri, Anthony Piccinini, like, you know?
I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Oh,
Sounds
man.
good.
Are you
Volleyball.
good at volleyball though? That's the question.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter really.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Intimidate the other
Good
team.
enough.
You see that guy's fucking
Good enough.
pecs? It doesn't fucking matter.
Hang on. You actually have one of the greatest chests I've ever seen.
It's insane.
Thank you.
It's insane.
How much do you bench?
405.
405.
405? Is that real?
Yeah.
No, is it?
2.
Oh, for sure.
For 2? Holy
bro.
shit.
How much were you benching when you tore your pec
Strong.
back in the day? Like 450, right?
Oh yeah, 465.
Yeah. And he blew his pec out.
Phil, next time you bench 405, can you tag me in the Instagram photo,
Yeah,
please?
I'll film it.
Love it. Love it. Thank you. And I'll repost the shit. I don't give a shit.
All right. Thank you.
Fucking, dude, I'm impressed. You are lifelong jacked. That's the goal. Like, you are the goal for a lot of
Because,
people.
Phil, how old
Lifelong
are you? though?
jacked.
Seriously.
Forget.
You forget.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, same.
Doesn't
I
fucking
think he's
matter.
like 42 going on 31.
You're not 42.
Steroids ain't that bad for you.
Yo, Phil, as soon as I'm done fighting, as soon as I'm done competing, I'm coming to you, and I want the prescription. I want to know how to do this the right way, because I want to be jacked my whole fucking life.
Now, when you're shaving your body, you just what do you do it on, like a 1?
I don't shave it. I
Oh,
don't
shit,
shave.
you kidding me?
Girls like the hairy chest.
Stop. No,
Ex-Phil.
wait, hang on, hang on.
Ex-Phil.
Hey, he
When your
definitely.
when your chest is this good, you can rock it hairy, brother.
I understand that, but it's not. You're not bicking it. It's not like you're hitting it with a razor, but you're definitely trimming it. No,
No, it's straight normal.
you're lying.
Oh,
Fuck out of here. You're definitely hitting it with a 2 razor.
Nope.
no way.
No
Nah,
way.
bro, he's
No
grizzly.
way.
He's grizzly with pecs.
Yeah,
What
Gotta rub
ethnicity? What
gotta rub your-
ethnicity are you?
Italian, brother.
Italian. I don't. Maybe it's us Puerto Ricans get fucking. The hairs get off your body too much.
Fucking Baroni. Fucking strong
Ah.
legend.
Cause I
Yeah.
tell you what, I'm going to Miami. I want to I don't want to be super hairy, but I want to be like pretty toned. I try to like hit myself with a 1.
Do it. I know what
Hang
you're
on,
talking-
I didn't get the Baroni effect though. I mean, I think I looked pretty good.
I'm different than you guys. I go full bear. I shave it up.
Yeah, but like you're complete.
But I'm
ripped.
thin. I'm lean.
I'm going to roll, brothers. I'll talk to you guys next time.
All right, we're gonna miss you.
Thing,
All right, Phil. Let's plan a trip to New York.
Yes, sir. I can't wait.
You're gonna come
Let's
in
go.
studio.
And
There's gonna be girls here the whole 9.
Strippers.
Yes,
Strippers.
That one.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Oh, they hung up on us.
We can shut it down though, right?
Yeah, we'll do it a minute or two. We'll get another minute with Algieri once he gets back from the men's room. Talk about how great he is. Talk about the abs, the championship win, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, for sure.
What didn't we do? I mean, we kind of previewed 238, right? Maybe.
Who do you have?
I'm going with Cejudo.
Henry
I honestly, if it was on like paper and I didn't know the two guys and I watched their fights or I didn't like pay attention to their personal life and whatnot, I would choose Marlon Moraes and I'd say he's gonna fuck him up on the feet. Knowing Henry Cejudo and that he's a fucking real life Rocky Balboa, like I was saying, that's why I called that out because that's how I turned on to Henry Cejudo. Was he?
Yeah.
He was back against the wall the whole time to win the Olympics.
Yeah. So.
And then when it got to the finals, he went, nope, I'm here now. Now I'll show you guys how good I am.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can contest to that for sure. You know, in terms of...
You're Rocky Balboa.
Hang on. The last, like, 2 or 3 guys that Marlon Moraes knocked out, both can strike, both can grapple pretty well, and take a dude down pretty well.
I think it's the last 3 guys. It might be the last 3 guys. Yeah.
That's what I said. I said 2 or 3.
Yeah. Who do you?
But I don't think those last 2 or 3 guys can take a guy down as well as Henry Cejudo.
Well, also, like we talked about it, I think Aljamain is fucking really good.
Yeah, hang on. I think both those guys, had they not get caught when they got caught.
Exactly.
It could have possibly been a different fight, and I think Henry Cejudo could potentially be fighting someone different.
That's what I was going to say. The getting caught. Like, he caught Aljamain. Dipped when he should have dodged.
But we're talking about guys getting caught 2 or 3 times in a row. Now that becomes like you're a scientist.
And he caught 2 guys in a row that don't get caught. He caught Aljamain, and then he caught Jimmy Rivera.
So, like, did they get caught is the question.
And that's why he deserved it, but 3 performance of the nights in a row, Marlon Moraes, he guillotined Rafael Assunção after losing a split decision to Assunção in his UFC debut.
Now, Assunção is like the only guy that he beat.
He beat TJ.
Yeah. Then TJ came back and beat him.
Yeah.
But still, that guy's
Assunção's top 3.
a goddamn goer.
Yeah. And he choked Assunção out pretty impressively. So that's the thing, too. First round.
He's finished the top 3 guys consistently.
I mean,
he's a dangerous motherfucker.
Like, I don't want to root against somebody, but for sake of Menace and The Man. Marlon Moraes.
Yeah.
For sake of Menace and The Man, we want Cejudo to win, and we want Aljamain to win.
Yeah.
And then them fight for the title. And then as much as I love Henry, I want Aljamain to beat him. I'm sorry. I want Aljamain to be the bantamweight champion.
Going real Long Island.
I gotta go super Long Island.
They're in the same weight class?
Yeah.
How?
Because Henry moved up.
Wait, so
are they shutting down 125?
Not yet. I think
so. He's trying to be a double.
They're waiting to see what Henry does with this.
Wait, so what does Aljamain? He's 35.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's fucking big, dude. I did a charity thing with him recently. And
I know.
He's big guy.
He's taller than me.
No fat on him.
He's my size.
No fat.
He's taller than me. He's got wider lats.
Yeah, I got no
his
fat either. He's as big as me.
Quads are similar to mine.
Yeah, he's big. Wow.
But his waist he's got to be a 26.
You're a little taller.
He's got to be one of those 26 waist guys.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got that fucking
with
G.I.
very
G.I.
thin
Joe
calves.
body. Yeah, G.I. Joe body.
Action figure. Looks like an action figure.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fucking
It's
jacked.
fucking jacked.
But
But yeah, find it. He looks fucking big, man. He's got muscle on him.
because I've gotten on his leg and been like, oh,
Yeah.
damn. Like I thought this was.
He's
gonna
definitely
be...
in the 160s when he trains.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember. I think we asked him, and it's a pretty.
That's one
25-pound
thing
cut.
I can say. Like working with boxers and MMA athletes, MMA guys are definitely they hang out a lot heavier.
MMA guys.
much more above their weight.
I
than
mean, it's
boxers do.
almost like a wrestling mindset versus a boxer doesn't get over 10 pounds out of their weight. I mean,
yeah, it makes
most
sense.
boxers.
It makes sense. No, elite level guys, elite level boxers cut a lot of weight. We all do. All
Okay.
the elite level guys, yeah.
But like in general, the boxing
it's still
community,
not. It's still not as much. Yeah, it's still not as much. But it makes sense from an energy standpoint, from a sports standpoint. Like
We also have. Oh, we both have 24 hours. Sorry.
Yeah. But a championship boxing match is fucking. It's 36 minutes of action.
Yikes.
It's 12
Longer.
fucking rounds.
Yeah, it's
12
fucked up.
rounds.
That's in my benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I move.
Endurance, yeah. There is that endurance base, but it's very explosive. But also, and I was listening to a Rogan podcast, and he had who's the girl that he just had on, the fighter.
Oh, Karate Hottie.
Karate Hottie, right? And she said something that was really poignant, and it was just like, yo, you can't rest in a boxing ring. There's no rest. There's no wrestling. There's no grappling. There's no going to the ground. Like
No cage control.
no,
Like put.
there's
Yeah.
none of that. You fucking fight. You punch. Like the aspect of the endurance part of boxing is way different than MMA.
For sure. Now, I've sparred you, and I'm like, I've thrown, I don't know,
You've told me.
You're a busy, energetic, endurance guy.
7 punches at you.
You've told me it was never fun. Yeah.
Well, no. Like, I would throw 7 punches where I feel like I used a lot of energy throwing and trying to hurt him, but he blocked them all and stayed very tight. And I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's resting.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yes, you are...
There's ways to rest, but also like honestly, like no offense to MMA guys, but sparring with guys, it's like it's a lot easier to pick the shots off defensively to kind of pick them out.
Well, you also have a bigger shield, too.
Yeah, there's less to cover, and that's something coming from a box. Like I'm a boxer now, but I was a kickboxer. Like, yo, kickboxing was so much fun because there's so much offense.
Right.
I can set shit up like, yo,
Right.
not being able to kick someone's leg.
I
or
actually
kick
want to go
someone's head.
back in time and look at some of your shit. I think I will love it.
Yeah.
And even going to the fight this past weekend, when Coyle hit you with the one right hand, and the way you covered up was so fucking sound defensively. At that point, were you almost in your shell? Like, let him...
I was
Fire
super
himself out a
aware
little
of
bit?
what was going on. I wasn't hurt as
You were
if
firing back.
Yeah. So the a lot of the UK media,
Bias.
they made a big deal about that. But if you go back and watch it, it really wasn't that much. It was 2 punches.
Oh, right
and
hand,
I
left
wasn't
hook.
that hurt.
Yeah.
But the whole time that you watch me, like I'm sitting there and I'm picking up. I talked to Coyle the next day, and he was like, honestly, dude, he was like, me hitting you and catching you, I came out of that more worse off than you were because you stayed so calm.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I was
That's
seeing
that
everything else
poker
fine.
face,
I'm
man.
good. Like I knew
That can crush a man.
yeah. I also knew that his power wasn't that much where it was just like, I need to... Like some guys, you know how some guys are.
Yeah.
They hit you anywhere in a fucking hurt. They hit you on
You're
your
like,
shoulder
yikes.
and you're like, wow.
Like you spoke about the Siberian fucking
oh
Rocky.
my God. Dude, he hit so fucking hard.
Where you're like, yikes.
Everything he touched me with hurt. So like I was just like, let me not let him touch me. But like, but with Coyle, it was like, you know, he hit hard. He's strong. Everybody hits hard.
Yeah.
You know, he's strong. He's very, very strong. He's in great shape. But like, yeah, he could hit. But like, I wasn't covering up, being like, I'm gonna get hurt through blocking. You know, so like I was like, I'm fine. I can see everything coming. I'm not that hurt.
And what was the name of that fight? What was the card called?
Joshua Ruiz.
Like, do boxing have like a?
Not really.
UFC?
Oh no, we don't have name. Yeah, it's
It's
Fight
just
night,
who the
fight
main
night
event
at
is.
MSG.
no, it's
no.
not UFC and then like a number. Like
Got
it's
you.
just,
But even to your credit, like your defense, once you got hit with big punches, was so fucking on point that he threw 12 punch combination after he hit you with a good punch, and you blocked everything. Yeah. And then we're hitting, like I remember after the exchange, similar to the Ruiz-Joshua fight, after he knocked Ruiz down, Ruiz got up and started hitting him. When Coyle rocked you, he was getting hit on the counters. Like he was swinging.
Just like Dennis said, I got that moment where the eyes go.
Yeah.
it's like I don't.
And almost like the catch and hit. Like he was hitting your gloves and you were catching him on counters. And then he backed off like, all right, he's still here.
Part of that was being like, with catching counters, it's like if the guys can hurt you through blocks.
Yes.
Some guys hit so fucking hard that you can't block it.
Yeah.
So like once you realize you can block a guy's shot, it's like, okay, I can set up the block for the counter. Bang, bang. Catch and release. Catch and shoot, we call it in boxing. Catch, come right back. And I did that quite a bit throughout the fight.
So I watched guys like Algieri. I watched guys like, fucking even Aljamain. I watched like these Cejudo. These like guys, I'm like, I could do that. But when I actually am in there and doing it, I don't do
They're
that.
outliers though.
Well,
They
no,
really
like
are.
I disagree.
I get what they're doing, but like my natural reaction when I'm doing things is like, yeah, and that's why I was like, man, gotta pull the fucking.
This is
What
why
do you
I
mean?
disagree
Yeah.
because we all do that.
Yes.
Every fighter does that. We look at somebody. You look at a guy like Lomachenko, who does things that are insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
Like the angles that he
and
cuts.
you see it and you're like, all day.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And then when you get there, and then, hey, you might even do it in training. You might do it on the mitts.
Yeah.
You might do it in sparring. On fight night, you're not gonna fucking do it.
Or it didn't go that way. You got hit too many times. Maybe you did it one time, but 3 out of the 90.
That's
That's
the thing about fight sports that people don't realize. Like, there's so many factors, and like being able to pull something off, and making it your thing. I mean, it's just it is what it is. We all do that. We all look at it and be like, I can do that, but can you really pull it off?
Yeah. When it counts.
Yeah, different things.
Yeah.
Lomachenko's in the Matrix. Like you see
He
those
is.
memes. Lomachenko's on a whole nother
He
fucking
is.
playing field.
What weight class is he?
135.
And you are.
Ooh, we might see
and
that
you
one day.
are.
140.
I think if I can win a world title at 140, when I win a world title at 140, I think I can kind of goad him into maybe getting a fourth world title.
Well, you
fight.
know how to like meet you half.
Yeah, no.
Come on, dude. I'll meet you at 37. I'll do it.
Let's
I'll do
go
that.
to
Well, you've done
MSG
it
and
before,
fucking
no?
do that.
Yeah. Weight classes don't matter to me. I want to fucking fight people.
Yeah.
You know, like when they offered me Pacquiao, yeah, of course, I'll fight him. Whatever weight class you want me, I'll fight him. Whatever. When Khan I was like, I wanted to go back to 140, and they offered the Khan fight. I was like, I'll fight him at 47. Whatever. I want to fight people. Like I want to fight the guys that I grew up watching.
Hang on. I was just talking to Cejudo about like real competitors. We don't duck.
You don't care about that shit. Care about
like
weights?
what? Hang on. Do you remember Troy Nickerson?
Yes.
So
that kid's a fucking monster.
So I was wrestling. I was
You
wrestling.
wrestled him?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I would. So I was wrestling like 135. We had this tournament coming up. I'm like, whatever. I'll go 140 just because I want a challenge.
Yeah.
I get the tournament. This motherfucker was at 135. I was like, if I knew that, I would have cut down so quick because I watched him just toy with this dude in the finals.
He beat my boy in the state finals
he wouldn't do
twice.
that to me. He wouldn't do that. Like, tech to fall the guy. I'm like, he wouldn't do that.
Well,
to
even
me.
that you said he beat your boy. That's a thing that's unknown almost about Chris Algieri. Like, I never see them talk about your wrestling background on your boxing promos.
No, I was a very high level wrestler.
Very high
I was
level.
all state in New
Yeah.
York, and New York is a very
In a
real state.
ridiculously competitive area, 100%.
Uh-huh.
Like, I've always heard about how good of a wrestler Chris Algieri was, and I never hear them talk about it on the boxing podcast.
So
they barely talk about my kickboxing. They don't get it. But it's just different world.
Wrestling, a wrestler is pitch. You know, your brother. Wrestling's a whole different fucking animal.
Oh yeah.
Whole different animal.
The animal.
The animal.
The animal.
Oh
Yeah.
well, I think that's what is Chris's probably main drive was wrestling.
I think my main drive is why I was good at wrestling. you
Yeah.
know? And it's travel. It's
It converted over.
And why you know so much about fighting is because you were a wrestler.
yeah.
And
Like,
even
you-
like your
I think
nephews.
I'm a fighter. And I think that wrestling fit the bill for me. I was a martial artist first, then I found wrestling, then I found kickboxing, and now I'm in boxing. And I'm very happy with where I'm at.
One of the best in the world.
And the
No,
Algieri
I just mean
bloodline.
in terms of my sports line, in terms of what sport I'm doing.
Oh, we were
The
just, I'm
Algieri
just saying, yeah.
bloodline
Oh, my
is
nephews
like
are
your
fucking
nephews are
savages.
fucking.
Monsters.
I cannot wait to see those mother.
If-
Whatever
if
avenue
one of
they
them's not a
choose.
pro
Why, are they
athlete, we
boxing right
fucked
now?
up.
No,
What are they doing?
No,
whatever they want.
We got one boxer.
And what are they doing? Athletics?
Hang on, was that the one
Uh,
that stopped wrestling?
Yes.
So
no,
this
no,
guy-
no, no,
So they're
no, no,
wrestling
no.
and
He's
crushing
the
it. What are they
soccer-
doing?
no.
Soccer?
So,
Sports?
Soccer. We got two soccer players, a track athlete, and one of the soccer players is starting to box.
And now none of them are your kids. They're
No,
all...
my brother's sons. Yeah.
Your brother has...
oldest
how many
brother.
kids?
My only brother. Yeah.
Has how
He has
many
4
kids?
sons.
4 sons.
Algerians make a lot of boys.
Yeah.
Not a boys. My
Bermuda's
dad's
too,
4 brothers.
dude.
My dad's 4 boys. My brother's 4 boys. We got a lot of fucking.
And now your brother's kids have the ultimate
Now
fucking
I don't.
coach.
Hang on, I don't because Stan talks about this a lot. Being a womanizer and getting fucking fucked with like a girl.
Do I?
Wait, what?
Like if I ever have a kid, it's gonna be a
Oh,
girl.
no, I'm saying like, if
no,
you're a
because
lady...
I'm such a womanizer.
If you're a
Oh, I'm
lady
kidding.
killer...
I'm having girls. I'm having like 3 of them for sure.
You are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm having nothing but girls.
I'm getting fucking raped over the coals for sure. Yeah. I'm cool with that. It's fine. I'm good
Right.
I'm good with girls.
Well, no, like you have like great fashion. Like, no, babe,
Yeah,
that
I'll be
doesn't
fine.
match.
Don't worry, baby. Don't worry that. Don't worry that.
Yeah.
Watch out for these guys. They act just like your dad did.
Yeah.
Well, hang on, but you're the perfect guy. What?
When a girl's
Hang
like,
on, hang
I
on,
want to
whoa,
have
whoa,
a kid,
whoa,
I'm like, no,
whoa,
I'm
whoa,
going to have a
whoa.
girl. I'm good.
Whoa.
I'm good.
Hang on. I was gonna say like, you're the perfect dad that meet at the door, but like, you know, I'm thinking of you right now. But like,
Yeah.
after Chris Algieri has kids and is like washed up and
Different
like,
guy.
oh my
Different
god,
guy.
how much do you think you'll weigh?
I'm gonna be
Jacked.
so
What do you mean?
Jacked.
TRT. You already
How
talked
tall
about
are you
that.
again? Right
I'm
now,
5'10" and change.
so you can weigh into a 200-pound
Easy.
frame
Easy.
Bro, remember the last episode he said, the second he's done with fighting, TRT all day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
TRT is like the cusp.
He
of
just
it.
said he's going to call Phil up and get the regimen.
Yeah.
Phil's fucking...
I'm gonna TRT GH test, and I'm gonna fucking lift. I love lifting weights. Really love it. I don't look like it. I don't act like it. I fucking love it. My strength coaches all know I love to lift. I'm fucking
Yeah,
getting
you've been getting
jacked.
bands and shit like that to keep
So,
you
like,
small.
I'm
and,
getting
like,
fucking jacked.
When you stop boxing, you're still going to do your rounds on the bag,
Nope.
but
No.
your main
Nope.
workout's going to be lifting weights.
I'm not
Or
gonna
you
box
might,
at all.
yeah, your
I'm
main
not gonna
workout's
box.
lifting weights.
I'm not gonna box.
Yo, when
Yeah.
hang on, Chris, let's chase black belts together.
Jiu-jitsu? Dude. I
Would
wanna
you?
compete. I
You
wanna
want
com-
to?
I want to compete.
We got the show for you.
Dude, I
Wow.
was a high-level wrestler. Like, I want to compete. The only reason I don't do it is I don't want to get hurt.
Well, yo, Chris, me and Menace are actually looking to get into some promoting soon. So let's put on Chris Algieri's debut into MMA Jiu-Jitsu grappling.
Yeah, well,
I'm fucking lifting weights.
I'm doing
fucking-
Rise at the end of the month.
Are you?
Yeah,
Making a
Actually,
comeback.
I saw that on
Yeah.
social media. That's awesome. Fuck yeah.
like fuck it. Hang on, I've done one training session since then. I've been running a lot, lifting.
Fuck it.
Wait, he might be listening. He's been training every day. He's been
Hang
training
on.
every day.
Doesn't matter.
Hang on, right? Look, I trained one time so far.
Time.
I drink
If
every
I
episode.
grab your neck, it's bad.
I want to do when I'm done. When I'm retired, I
Love
want to do.
fun.
I want to do sports where I can drink
Yeah.
and do drugs and compete. That's all. That's
So
all
hang
I
on.
want.
So I was in Vegas. I hopped on the scale. I was 171.8. I'm competing at 165.
Oh, God bless.
Felt great.
Yeah.
God
You
bless.
probably felt great when you saw
You're
that
at
number.
171.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. You know I weighed 139 for my fucking fight. How crazy is that?
And it was a 140.
40 fight. Yeah, but I weighed 139. I don't remember ever seeing that on the scale.
And,
Well-
and it wasn't like you're trying to cut weight, right? I mean, you were eating to cut weight, but like
But yeah, no, I mean
you weren't like sucking water out of yourself and shit like that.
Oh, a little bit.
Well, like
I love it.
I've heard Menace say this, and I've heard Bisping say it on his podcast. Once they retired from fighting, they almost trained without the pressure. So, like, you enjoy training now, no? A little bit.
It depends on the athlete.
Hang on.
He's lean for.
I haven't.
no.
I haven't.
You don't train, but you run for a fuck.
Yeah.
You're training for an 88 mile.
you're-
Well, no, hang on.
88
I'm
mile
looking to
run.
be aesthetically pleasing.
So you're working out, not training.
Single menace.
Oh, you're single now, right?
It's a dangerous guy.
Yeah, dangerous man. Dangerous man.
Not going
He
out with
looks
you, bro.
good.
Not
Dangerous
going out
man.
He looks good. He's got to look good.
with you. Danger. Danger.
Like in the face, can't be fat.
That's why me, you, and Baroni need to get together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Long Island damage. Go to the Hamptons.
Single stands there for the girls who want the dad bods.
Wow.
Not wear shirts. Dude, there's a place for that.
Chris,
Hang
I'll wear
on.
no shirt. My chest isn't bad. I have a beer belly.
I would tell you
Yeah,
to take
you're
up
not
shit
a
right now, but
bad-looking
Twitch
guy.
isn't allowed.
Bro,
You'll
I
do-
clean
you'll
up.
do- you'll
I
do
clean
just
up.
fine.
No, you do.
That's why we do
Guys,
Menace
hang
and the
on.
Man.
Listen,
Yo,
guys
hang
at
on.
home listening. At the end of the day, it's all about your mouthpiece.
Bro,
It's what you can
when
talk
I
about.
told Kyle like your stats were, he goes, "No way." And I said, "Yeah." He went, "What?" He's like, "What am I even doing?" Like, Cerminara was his mind blew when I told him your stats.
What are these stats? What?
The Mariano of the Marriott. I'm a closer.
Can I say your stats?
Go ahead. What are my stats?
I don't know. A random, at least, at minimal, every 2 weeks. At minimal.
Not surprised.
New girl.
Not surprised. That's it. It's mouthpiece. That's it.
Hang on. That's a great stat
Yep.
for a single guy.
And then every few weeks, I build up a roster, and then I fight with all of them, and then I go Menace. Yeah, she's out. She's out. She's out.
What's the worst that can happen? They
Hang
fucking
on.
leave. I'll
Because
find new ones.
every other
Wow.
week he'll pick up a new one.
Yeah.
And like, he doesn't talk to these girls every day. You know?
Hey, you guys listen at home. If you don't have abs, you gotta have a fucking mouth game.
And that's how I get girls. I have a mouth game. I used to have abs. I have swag.
He
from
shows
when
them pictures from when
Yeah,
he
No,
had
no, no.
abs.
guy. Like,
no
you-
pictures.
yeah.
I have swag from when I used to have abs. So I almost go like, oh wait, I'm still. Oh no, wait, I'm fat now. Oh, I'm fat now. And they go, all right, well, I'm still down.
I work with
You get leftover
I work
swag.
with Dennis
Yep.
Ramirez. He's a UFC fighter. We had Chris Algieri on my show. He's a perfect, you know.
And then I show Phil Baroni pictures from the neck down, and go, that used to be me. That used to be me.
Chest hair. A lot of chest hair.
All right, let's shut this thing down, right?
Yeah. Start that
Well,
down. I gotta eat dinner.
thank you, Chris Algieri. What's the belt you got right now?
WBO Super Lightweight International title.
The WBO Super International Lightweight Champion.
Yep.
I'm sure he's going to hold the WBO IBF titles coming up soon.
Those 1947s aren't bad, right?
They're not bad at all.
It's an Indian beer.
But Indian, like from India?
India,
Yep.
yeah. Our boy,
Dot's not feathers?
yeah, Dots Not Feathers.
Yep.
Our boy Frank the Tank from Home Interiors by Anthony Jermita might be jumping on with 1947 as a sponsor, but we'll see what happens with that.
Beer
but-
is sponsoring athletes?
Yeah. They sponsored me and the Menace when we went to Florida. They sent us 150 beers in FedEx boxes.
I would love to have a beer sponsor.
Oh my God, it
You
was
did
amazing.
one time.
No.
Kind of.
Ooh.
Corona?
Oh, yeah, true.
They
But
only
didn't send
gave you
me
money.
They sent me money, which is
Yeah.
very cool, too.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted beer instead of the money?
Hey, beer sponsors, send me beer.
Hey, Chris Algieri is open for beer.
Just
like
beer. I don't need money.
Hang on. He'll
Well-
post his dishes with whatever your beer is next to it.
So beer sponsors, we'll trade off. Send me and Menace the money. Send Chris Algieri the beer.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money on beer. I need beer.
Yeah, let's
Wow.
figure this one out. But Chris Algieri, always a pleasure to have you.
Oh, love him.
Is this his third time? So it's a race right now between. Oh no, Phil might have got you.
Yeah,
Phil's
Phil
our
got
first
4.
four-timer. But Chris Algieri would be the special
Well,
four-timer.
Chris is the first 2-timer in studio.
And
Okay,
even
okay.
and even Chris made Phil Baroni's 4th appearance happen.
Boom.
Right.
So he's got a lot of credit going on right now.
I got the Menace cred.
And you're in an elite club. You got Jessica I, Phil Baroni, and Chris Algieri. And the next one who might join that 3-timer club is Ben Askren, who's been a 2-timer on the
That's
show.
a big one, too.
So yeah, we're trying to get Gregor Gillespie to become a regular on the show, but you know how Gregor is.
He's a strange bird.
Strange cat.
Yeah, he trains.
We're gonna put a pool over here in the corner and put some fish in the pool.
I bet you if you tell him that I'm on the show, he'll come.
Ooh, We'll honey dick him and just be like, yo, Algieri's in studio, and then you won't even be here though.
Yeah, no, I won't.
Yeah.
I just won't do it. I won't come.
We'll have you call in.
We'll have you call in
Yeah.
for like 1 minute.
Yeah, I got caught up. I got caught up.
Uh,
Sorry, bro.
Santa got caught some poontang
But-
in Vegas.
Gotta handle biz.
But Menace and the Man, episode 32. I feel like this was a great episode. We talked to
great.
Henry Cejudo. We missed Chael Sonnen, but
We'll get
Chael mix up with the training times. We're gonna get Chael either next week when he comes to New York. Maybe we'll do something Thursday with just Chael, because obviously Chael's a fucking legend and we want to get him on the show.
Awesome.
But we'll figure it out. Within the next 2 weeks, we'll get Chael. We have JDS.
Lance Palmer's gonna come on.
Oh my God, we're slacking on our guests. We have Lance Palmer waiting to come on, AJ Agazan waiting to come on, Ryan Loco waiting to come on,
Yep.
Eves
Ryan
Edwards.
Loco?
Yeah, he was supposed to. He's in town right now. Maybe we'll do something Thursday
Get
live.
me on when he's on.
Okay.
I love the Ryan's my boy.
You want to go to the PFL Thursday? What are you doing?
This Thursday?
Yeah,
Where?
Nassau.
Yeah.
So maybe Thursday we'll hang out at the PFL at Ryan Loco. That's where we were maybe going to do a show with him, Eves, and we're waiting on word back from Randy Couture.
So we're gonna do on the road.
Possibly.
Okay.
I'm
let me
trying
know.
to set it up. You know how I'm trying to
right.
set these things up and get into that echelon where I set things up, Menace just shows up.
Yep, I like that.
So episode 32, kind of like Chris Algieri here tonight.
Yep.
I love that you hit up the Instagram, Chris Algieri, ready to come in.
Yep.
Always a welcome guest. Anytime that the man's out, Menace and the Man right here, and Chris Algieri's a fucking upper echelon
We're gonna
above
make
me.
this a thing though. Every time I fight, I come in right away.
Yeah, I like that.
The week of, like a week after I
Yeah.
come in, I drink
You know what I love
ton
when
of beers.
Chris comes on in, we have amazing guests on.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Every time you come on, we have like
that was awesome.
sick
I'm
guests.
such a
on.
fan of his. Too,
And
so
what
that
I
was
love
cool.
about Chris, too, is Chris is not just a boxer. He's a nutritionist for the top level athletes.
But I also know MMA.
And you're that's what I'm saying. You're a kickboxer. You wrestled. You're not a boxer. Like you are, but you aren't.
Yeah.
Like
Dude, it was awesome. Dos Santos was just on. I'm a huge fan of him. Dude, those fights that him and Cain Velasquez were fucking sick.
phenomenal.
Sick.
And even you being the boxer, you probably looked at Dos Santos as the boxer in MMA,
Hang on.
where it's
No,
like,
I didn't.
JDS
because
say
I saw them
things-
both as boxers. Because Kane, I
Oh,
saw
'cause
him
you
in the
had-
gym.
yeah.
Saw him in the gym. His boxing's phenomenal.
Kane's a fucking beast. That dude.
Yes.
His boxing, the Mexicans.
His endurance is stupid.
Dude, don't be about
Dos Santos' power is stupid.
I was saying Mexicans. You're Puerto Rican. I wasn't
I
giving
know.
you that compliment.
Mexicans.
I was complimenting
Very
the
different.
Mexican American UFC.
That's a huge rival in boxing for
Very
Puerto
big.
Ricans and Mexicans,
Oh my
huge.
God, huge.
Juan Manuel Marquez, fucking
Trinidad.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Trinidad
dude,
fuck-
but
Trinidad fucked up
Mexicans
most of those
always win.
Trinidad's a bad motherfucker.
Trinidad is a bad motherfucker. He's probably the best Puerto Rican ever.
Yeah.
Him and Cotto and Benitez. Him, Cotto, Wilfredo Benitez. Best Puerto Rican.
I passed Cotto at the Puerto Rican Day Parade a couple years
Was he
ago.
shorter than you?
I was like, yo, this
He's
nigga,
tiny,
like,
super
yo,
tiny.
he's like my height.
Yeah, it's very
Like,
tiny.
I will text him up.
He's a little thick though.
No, you won't.
Yeah, he's a little thick though.
If I grab his legs,
He'll break your ribs on your right side with a left
Son.
from the other side.
I will grab his legs so quick.
What if he shot a low ankle pick, like a
No
low single?
chance. I
I'm
would
saying,
crush
what if
him.
you? I'm saying, what if you shot a low single
He'd
and
be
took
like,
that?
"What is going on?" Dunk, knockout.
Oh. Yo, Cotto, let's have this MMA fight, dog.
That's not.
I'll come out of I'll come out of retirement.
Ooh, that's gonna be the first event that the United States Combat Championships, or whatever we decide to call
Ooh,
our
that's the
shit.
name?
You like that?
United States Combat Championships. I like that. So I can grapple on that.
Yep. You know what we want to do? We want to do United States Combat Championships. Have that be the umbrella, and then we'll be like, you know what? We're putting on a wrestling show, and have it be whatever the
Pro
fuck.
wrestling or
Jesse
like-
Jansen, Chris
Jesse
Algieri type of
fucking
wrestling.
Jansen?
Yeah.
What?
We just said to
He was a hero
Cejudo.
for us in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. He
He was on the show, what,
Bro.
2 weeks ago?
No shit.
Yeah.
bro.
I gotta listen to that one.
Believe it or not, our biggest fan might be Jesse Jansen
Yeah.
or Matt Grice.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesse is fucking awesome.
They like everything I post, everything that we put
Oh,
up.
dude, we used
Yanni
to.
just hit me up. He wants to come on after Final X.
Ooh, let's do it.
Excellent.
Let's do it. Oh yeah, you know his brother is Nick Piccinini, the one who works with Gregor.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
All right, so let's shut this down. I got to
All
take
right,
a
let's
real
go.
bad piss.
I gotta.
Menace and the Man, episode 32. Chris Algieri, congratulations on the victory again. We'll get him back in studio next time, and that's it. Menace.
Well, see you later.
Well, I like the whelp.